What is up, everybody? It's Talkin Brash. Blackout Friday. It's the first Blackout Friday of Rocktober. October usually changes my attitude, and forever. Not only am I a fan of fall when the weather starts changing, but my birthday's in October. So I've always, associated October with all the fucking great things in life, man. Good music, good tours would always be common, and once I was touring myself, I would always be on tour. I can't remember. This is the first fall in 7 years that I have not been on tour, so it's a little weird, but it's all good. I'm just saying I associate October with all sorts of great shit. I remember back in the day I was working for Sony. I would celebrate Rocktoberfest. Just fucking get smashed with different groups of friends for my birthday. My birthday would be every day with just different groups of friends. This way no one felt compelled to show up to one party. I would just fucking randomly party with all different people all the time. So yeah, welcome to Blackout Friday in October. It's awesome. It is the 21st episode. I'm pretty stoked about that. Come a long way since the first few. Things work now a little bit, kind of. And, yeah, man, we've been off and running. October is already just about fully booked with guests. Actually, just the last date is available now. October 30th is the only one that's not confirmed. But I have someone in mind for that. So, yeah, all month we should be fucking humming right along with cool content. Today, I released a cover song that had previously only been available through Patreon. It is a cover of the song Reach Out by 11. They were a band from the 90s. They were like a deep track kind of band, you know what I mean? They weren't super well known. But the guy, Elaine Johannes, ended up continuing to do a lot of awesome shit, man. He went on to play with Chris Cornell. He was in Them Crooked Vultures, Queens of the Stone Age. He was the Sound City player for Dave Grohl. So that guy has been around and doing some really cool shit since that time. But, that song Reach Out, when I first heard it, man, that opening riff hit me hard. And I didn't know who it was. I thought maybe it was like Faith No More or something like that. Because his voice has that Mike Patton type of just tinge to it. I mean, he doesn't sound exactly like that, but at the time, I just thought that might be Faith No More until I found out that it was 11. But I've always loved that song, and I'm I got lots of times in my hands, so I made a list of songs that I want to cover and stuff like that, and that just made it on the list. And today it's out. It's on the Loki Bandcamp. It's Loki Guitar Official. I'll put it up on the fucking the screen right now for you guys. There it is. So yeah, it's LokiGuitarOfficial.bandcamp.com. If you search it on Bandcamp, you'll see it. I'm the only Loki Guitar Official there. But Reach Out, the 11 covers there. I have 3 originals and a bunch of other covers. Take Me to Church by Hozier, New Day by Bouncing Souls, and an Alice in Chains tune, and plus some original stuff. So if you haven't checked that out yet, I got some music up on my Bandcamp, and there's gonna be a lot more coming from that. So there's that. Today is Blackout Friday, and on Blackout Friday, we have the tips. So for every $5 tip that you send, me and Dean we have to do a shot. Dean is my guest today. I'm gonna get him on the screen right now. Actually, it's time to introduce Dean. I've known Dean forever. He's unbeknownst to us, he was at a ton of shows when we played. We opened up for the Misfits as Mr. Monster back in the day. And
was there?
Dean happened to be in the crowd. I saw a picture of Dean in the crowd, fucking hanging out. And over the years, you were at Gotham Road shows,
All of them in Jersey.
You just became a player in the fucking scene yourself. When we were in Doomsday, You were doing some metal bands yourself. So we grew up together in the North Jersey metal scene. And since then, he did play with me in Michael Graves, and he's gone on to be the bass player of Nita Strauss.
I was in Darrow Chemical Company.
Darrow Chemical Company's there too. Fucking. So we got plenty of shit to talk about. But Dean, welcome to Blackout Friday.
How you doing, Loki?
How you doing, bro?
How you doing? I'm all right. I'm all right. I've been super busy, man. Quarantine life was crazy. Relocated 3,000 miles twice in 1 year. Kind of did some stuff. But now I'm back in Jersey, killing it.
Yeah, you got out of California just in time before
dude.
started burning down and coronavirus was just crazy.
I flew home to New Jersey for my son's birthday, and it was like literally right before the riots. Like I had just gotten like out of California, like we drove up the coast and all this other stuff. And then like right around the time when I got to like Illinois, California started burning. Right. I was like,
brutal.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. But it was awesome while I was out there, man. 73 degrees and sunny the whole time I was there. I don't know. I left and it burned.
Right.
That's my experience, but it was cool. Yeah. So, I don't know. Yeah. I was been like working for the School of Rock out there. And that's what I'm doing now, teaching those lessons from New Jersey, remote on Zoom, and, it's been great. It's been pretty cool. It's showing me that there's a little bit more faith in the music industry, because if I can teach and these kids can record songs together online and make videos and put on presentations of music videos for their parents and they're 10, so can all the other musicians in the world. And for me, it's cool. It opens up this whole new avenue of self-made content, with reels and all this other stuff. There's a lot more control in the artist's hands that I think more people need to utilize.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's become like the mother of all invention, right? Like I wasn't gonna do this ever, probably. You know what I mean? Fucking.
Although you always could have, right?
Yeah.
You always could have. You're definitely always the main entertainment epicenter at a lot of the places I've been. A lot of bottles of whiskey.
Damn.
With me and you, where that's totally been the case, where I could have foreseen this.
There's a Tullamore bottle here that's almost empty, but don't worry. There's also a bottle of Jack that's completely full.
Jack Green too. Look at you.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, that's the way. That's the way.
Fucking
It's so weird to see me and my room on your podcast at the same time. It's like I've seen my room.
Right. Not from this angle.
Yeah, not from this angle. It's it's strange. I remember oh,
damn.
Yeah. It was all right. It was a trackpad. It's cool. Last episode, I think I was asleep over here during your last podcast with Joe.
Right.
Yeah.
Fucking. So, I've seen so many musicians now. Like I just saw Darkest Hours live stream. I'm not sure if you caught it, but
no, I didn't. I haven't been able to watch too much.
They did like a live stream from the Black Cat, a quote unquote live stream, right? Fucking. A lot of it was pre-recorded, but it was really cool. They've had a few guitar players in their time, and they've just been touring for fucking 25 years, right? So they've met a lot of cool guitar players along the way, and they had guest spots, so people would film themselves and record their track from home, send it to Darkest Hour, and they would incorporate it into the live show and put the video up on screen of the other guitar player playing from home and his track. It was awesome, man. It was pretty fun.
That's super cool. Yeah. See, that's the thing. It's like, the way I see this is the second coming of Napster. And what I mean by that is, this is that huge hiccup and you got to think on your toes. And it's not that it's impossible.
Right.
You're going to have to get creative. You know, bands started doing VIPs when they lost album sales. It works out all right. Um, bands wound up getting a lot more independent, controlling all their own money.
Right.
Maybe their sales aren't, what they used to be, but everything's a lot more in the artist's control. And it's another thing. It's like putting more of your content in your control. Even if you do have a record label that for your albums and stuff, you'll still have maybe your YouTube channel that you're making your money on, where you break down your riffs and stuff, like it puts a lot more control in the artist now. And the
Someone's
world's a lot
giving me someone's giving me shit about my Tullamore Dew bottle, saying that it's 3 weeks old. But you're wrong. It's actually a new bottle that's just gone emptier. So they all look the same. They don't fucking look different.
They
So
have no idea, dude. I drank, dude. I can attest with 4 months on the road with you in Graves. That was a lot of whiskey, dude. I've never
yeah,
drank that much whiskey in my life ever, dude. And when I came home from that tour, I stopped drinking like cold turkey. Like
well,
I
those
was
after
like,
those tours, you need to.
yeah, I was like, I'm full.
Richard Dicko North has donated $10, so that's 2 shots. We could do one now and save one for later. So, Richard,
I just got a glass of whiskey.
you're always supporting. Guys, if you're new to the channel, if you want to know how to contribute, go to
You know what?
LokiGuitarOfficial.com. There's a tip function there. $5 buys us a shot. Really, it's just
I'm gonna kill off this bottle of Rumplemans
yeah.
for them.
Really, it's just to help support the channel. There's ways of keeping this afloat. I do a lot of things, create a lot of content. The cover song, like I said, I'm working with something from Nimvin. There's another cover project that I'm working on. The quarantine is going to be in full effect, so that's going to be a thing
Damn.
from now on, where me and a group of high high profile buds are going to do some covers and maybe some original material too. So these are just ways to help support that. The Patreon's another way, but yeah, cheers to Richard Dicko North for contributing to the cause.
Cheers, Dick North.
Blast.
Mm. Like the good old days.
And it all helps, you know what I mean? Like this microphone's $400, but
Yeah, dude.
it's I've already put my vocals on a track. It's the reach out. It's the cover. I redid all the vocals with this mic, and it's fucking so superior.
Yeah, man, dude. The one thing that I wound up doing during this quarantine was investing in myself.
Yeah.
So, like, dude, I was a little bit ahead of the curve. When I moved out all right, so I did the Nita Strauss tour. And then the last day of that tour, got hired by Static X to drive the merch truck. Life made some lefts and rights, and the tour ended in LA. And I was like, well, if I got to find a place to stay and I got to start over, I might as well do it somewhere new. So I stopped in LA, rocked a couch, and I taught in-home lessons in Jersey. That's like that. I used to drive a truck. I have a Class A CDL, but I started doing in-home lessons after teaching for School of Rock over here. And I was trying to figure out, I had to get creative. And this is like before all this. I had to get creative. Like, what am I going to do? I got to make money. I'm sitting here rocking this couch. I can't
Right.
be there forever. I need a car. I got a car. I had 2 cars at one point, you know. And my friends Chad and Vanessa, bless their heart, let me borrow a 2015 Honda Civic for a year. and that was
That's
honestly, dude, yeah, I could not be more indebted to them. If I didn't have the car, I wouldn't have been able to get the job. And I decided on LA as the place to go because when I was on tour, I was literally every town that I was in, I was Googling music schools. And that's really what I was basing it on. And then when I was in LA and there was like 7,000 music schools, I was like, all right, like someone's got to hire me, And I sent out 75 resumes and I wound up getting 3 callbacks. There was a couple people who wanted me They wanted to hire me, but they were like mom and pop shops and they weren't doing well.
Right.
So they would have loved it. And I even thought about again getting creative. I was gonna try and build proposals for these mom and pop shops to make them more fun, like show them what I learned over the courses of my time. But while I was doing all that, I started teaching Skype lessons. I tried to convert as many as my in-home students to Skype lessons to continue, educating. And that's what I really wanted to do anyway. And that put me in a real great position once I started working for School of Rock. And uh, then we went into quarantine.
Right.
I was like, boom, So I already had a lot of the stuff. And then that put me in the position to buy the better stuff. Dude, I just got this mic. I just got, I got the framework stand. I got a compressor and stuff. I bought a better interface. This is my bread and butter now. Like
I've been focused on upgrading things that'll actually make whatever content that I put out, whether it's songs, video, whatever it is, to make this better. I've been reallocating that money that you guys fucking help me out with. It goes right back into the production, man. I'm not going to fucking Hawaii or nothing. You know what I mean?
No, me neither, dude. Like, I'm the same way. All the money that comes in through these online courses and teaching and lessons and everything, that money goes right back in to get equipment to make this experience better. Like, that's something, like, we could do this on our phones.
Well, we're up to 4 shots now, so we might have to do a second one before it starts.
Oh, yeah. Let's get going. Oh, fuck. Damn. I barely drink. I don't really drink that much anymore. So, like, I'm trying not to be hammered. But listen, I grabbed the Rumplemans first. This is the last shot.
The last three people I've had on here have not remembered how the show ended.
Great.
And
well, luckily for me,
Howie, last week, Howie couldn't even. I had to shut the show down sooner than anticipated because he was just done.
Yeah.
I was asking him questions and he was just like he couldn't. He was too drunk to think. He was just staring at the camera with those crazy eyes.
Right.
So, and the week before that, me and Tracy forgot how to play fucking guitar. We were so hammered.
Oh, for sure. Dude, I had a hard time. So, like, with all this quarantine weight and stuff, I started working out at one of my students' establishments. Oh, yo, did we do that shot?
Yeah. Cheers. Lynette, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. I didn't make the same mistake Howie made. I ate right before the podcast.
Oh, dude, I haven't eaten yet today, I don't think.
Here we go.
Did I eat?
Here we go.
I had 2 hot dogs and half an egg sandwich.
Damn. Go ahead, mix Rumplemans in with that.
Oh, well, whatever. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be hammered. God damn it. My only concern was I didn't want to slip into too much of my Jersey slang, if you know what I'm talking about.
Got it. Listen, I somehow
I know
watched my mouth. I don't know how it's happened, but
no, I'm like, when I'm online, I'm teaching, everything's cool, everything's hunky dory.
Yeah. Just got to maintain professionalism here.
Yeah, and Rumplemans.
Because I radiate professionalism.
Right. Yes, you do. So can I want to say this. So, like, so much of my start and a lot of like the last 5 years is all because of like a lot of the values and here we go. All of the values and tips for working on the road and realizing that you could just figure out a problem and like you could just solve it. You don't have to like worry about it. So many things are just like where common sense became a second nature in so many instances. have to attest to you because without that, I would not have been able to, I don't think, handle myself the way I did on either the Guitar Collective or the Nita Strauss tour or the Static X tour or the Prong tour. Um,
Right.
the Prong tour is the closest tour I've been on in a minute, where it felt like a Darrow tour.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah, well, yeah,
In
we were
what
in
in
a
what way?
well, we were in a sprinter, and it was like each guy had their row, and I was stuck up in the front with the tour manager, like, and
Was
you
the
know,
tour
it was,
manager making you drink and then slapping you in the face with fucking
no,
lighters or
no, it was not nearly as fun as that. Um, no, no, it just it. I don't know how to say this.
you want to work for them again, right? So
No, 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 no. Like,
it's
yeah,
okay.
but yeah, but no, no, no. It was just there was more stress on that tour because it
Is it because they're
wasn't.
strangers or what?
No, no, no. It's because it was like it was a punk rock tour, dude. Like Agnostic Front was like all those dudes were in a little car packed with the gear. We were in a sprinter packed with the gear. It's very close quarters. It was smaller venues and stuff. And, when not all of the accommodations are always awesome all of the time, and that's what you work so hard to get,
Right.
it's hard, man. Like, um, I'll tell you, like one of the dudes and I got into some words, not because neither one of us hated each other, but just we were two Jersey dudes on the same fucking tour.
Right.
And you fuck with me, yeah, fuck you. Like that's the way it goes. And you push back. And but I apologized. Like
Yeah.
yeah, we were mad at each other for a minute. We had words. He's a cool guy. Everyone's a dickhead.
You're
Everyone's
in
a dickhead
close.
on the
You're
road.
you're in close quarters for that long. It's going to happen.
And it was
It's not
it was
if it
stressful.
happens. It's when it happens.
Yeah, and there was stressful stuff that happened, and you give into it.
Right.
You gotta apologize. You gotta make it right, even if you like no sell someone for like a couple days. Just fucking. That's what I did. That's what he did. We no sold each other for a few days, and then I just sent him a text. I was like, "Yo, man, can we like just fix this?" Like, and that was it. And
Right.
and
Right.
then it was like a hug. You bro it out, and you just fix it because everyone's allowed to just have some fucking rough time,
Yeah,
like
man.
that's what happens. That's life. Shit happens. Dads
Because
die on tours, fucking, like
it's not just what's happening on the tour because that's stressful enough. But we all have separate lives.
yeah,
We all
and
got shit going on.
and so it was kind of that. I think if I can say anything, that for the some of the individuals involved, myself included, um tour, this is like the best advice I can give people. I've given it to a bunch of people on the road when they're having hard times. The longer a tour goes, the more and more your life falls apart back at home.
Yeah.
Like the more elongated a tour is, the more and more shit takes a shit. But you have to realize it's gonna be fine. Like it's fucking. It is what it is. It's gonna be fine.
It's probably fun.
Yeah, it's probably fine. But it gets intense. It gets magnified. Like
Yeah.
um, how many of us have gotten our stuff moved into storage while we've been on the road?
Right.
That's stressful when you're in another state and you can't control all of everything that you own getting tossed in a car and thrown in a storage unit, and it won't get destroyed.
Right.
Left
Life.
out in the rain, thrown down, dropped by someone who doesn't know how to move a 700-pound 45 tube crate blue voodoo. Yeah.
That's stupid. Who would ever buy that?
I don't know. Only people who are just into tone,
Right.
slaying, murdering.
I remember they had stopped making it by the time I bought it.
I know.
and I found some dude who took really good care of it. And that, for people who don't
Want
know,
to do another shot? Fuck.
yeah.
Oh man.
Number
I'm-
3. Number 3 of 4. Cheers.
I'm good. This is gonna be a small one because those are 2 big Rumplemans ones, and
Damn, son.
that's big.
So that's a 300-watt Blue Voodoo.
Yeah, it is.
The normal one
It's
is
right here.
120 watt. So
That one's right here.
yeah. So those guys put in like,
It's an Ampeg SVT section. It's like
Yeah.
this.
what do they
Power-
have? There's
it's
8
this power-
tubes in there, right?
It's six 6550s. It's the same. It like at that time, this Ampeg and that crate were probably made in the same goddamn
Right.
factory.
There's, so yeah,
you
that's
know?
right. There's
Yeah.
6 and then another 12 preamp tubes.
Yeah,
Which is
it has more
ridiculous.
preamp tubes, but the power section, yeah.
Yeah, it's 6 power tubes, 12 preamp tubes. The thing weighs more than a lot of other things that we carry, and fucking they have the super heavy duty handles on there. But I bought that when I was in Doomsday. I'm like, yo, 300-watt Blue Voodoo, I'm gonna get massive tone, and I fucking did get massive tone.
Yeah,
It's
hell yeah,
awesome.
dude, that thing rocks. That's the amp that I used because I was borrowing it from you for like a year when my amp blew. You had the EVH. But I used that amp for Darkness Descends, Another Fallen Soul.
Right.
For that album.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And it sounded so killer, man. It was such a great tone.
Well, before we keep talking about all the shit that's happened recently and our tours and stuff like that, let's go back a little bit.
Ooh.
And fucking let's go
Yeah, I
back
didn't
to
know where
like
you wanted
when
to start.
we reunited in our lives. Like, forget the Gotham Road stuff, but we come back. I'm in Doomsday. You're starting to be in Darkness Descends. What got you there? Like, what made you?
I love this.
Yeah, what got you to be
One action.
One action. Go ahead.
One action. All right. So when my son was 3, his mom and I started having some issues, and I just didn't know it was going to go on. And I just got all my gear out of the house, and I called up this dude, Angry Jay. And I was like, yo, man, I'm going to get a monthly studio. I just need like a spot to get all my gear. You know, we'll figure it out what's going to go on. But I was like, will you split a monthly studio with me? He's like, hell yeah. So I think I was jamming at Clear Cut, and like as I was leaving, they were coming in. And yeah, we just like relinked and we split the studio. And a couple weeks into me being at the studio with Darkness Descends, like I had my computer in a corner and all my gear there. And they were just a band that would rehearse. And like sometimes I'd be there working on the computer. We were like separate entities. And a couple weeks in, they had a problem with their guitar player, Guy Luna. He fucking pieced out.
Oh, it was Guy Luna at that point?
Yeah, it was Guy Luna.
Because
So
I thought I don't know.
Guy was you know.
Did he replace Alan?
Yeah. I was trying not to Beetlejuice that shit.
Alan Guitars, by the way, because a lot of people from here are not.
Oh,
from
dude,
North
hold on. Right now, your comment section, one day, it could be 20 years from now, of this video, is going to light on fire because of what you just said. And it's gonna have nothing to do with me. I didn't do anything about
I
it.
don't care. Fuck that guy.
I'm just saying.
Alan Guitars is this guy who he's got his self-worth is inflated like you've never seen anyone. I know very few people who have like a self-inflated self-worth more than this guy. Like, he thinks he's the second coming of Soulfly or some shit. I don't fucking know what's going on.
Hardcore.
But whatever the case, he's also a super creep. He's one of those dudes, and everyone knows one of these dudes, but he's this guy who keeps messaging all the chicks in the scene and just says like, hey, what's up? Hey, and just like has the same fucking shit over and over and over again until your inbox is full of like hellos and hays. And then like one day he'll snap and be like, "You fucking cunt! You fucking cunt! Why'd you ignore me all this time?" And, like he'll snap and just call you all sorts of crazy, awful things. So that's Alan Guitars. He's a legend in the North New Jersey area for doing exactly what I'm telling you.
He's also a horrible guitar player.
And he's a horrible guitar player.
Listen,
I remember
like,
he was like threatening me or something, so I showed up.
He threatens me a lot. He actually
showed up to Quick Check, and I'm like, "What's up?"
Right, I live
do
right by
something
them
or
now.
what? And nothing happened.
He just recently, I know Joe's watching this right now, and he's like, "You're just starting it. You're just keeping it going." But whatever. He just recently,
well, what's the point of killing Alan Guitar's legend? We got to keep it going,
bro. But no, so like, I have no problems with that kid. Like
right.
Straight up, he had a problem with his band. They replaced him, and then I replaced that dude. Right, like I'm so far
a degree
removed
of separation from there.
Yeah, and like I only know of Darkness Descends because of Alan, because back in the day he was pretty cool. He lost his shit when that whole fucking debacle and him and Darkness separated.
Right.
So I have no connection to that. So anyway, back to this. Fucking yeah. I'm sharing the studio with Darkness Descends, and Guy Luna. I was home. I wasn't even there. Guy Luna called me up. He's like, "Bro, I just fucking quit Darkness Descends. Like, fuck those guys. Blah 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 blah." I'm like, "Oh fuck, man. All right, you do you. Like, fucking. I'm sorry about it. We can still jam and stuff. You can still come by the studio if you want. You could hang out with me. Fucking, he was my boy." And then I was like, "Yo, hold on a minute, man. Jay's calling me. Let me call you back." And fucking Jay calls, like Angry Jay, the singer of Darkness Descends. Right. He's like, "Bro, Guy Luna just quit the band." I was like, "Yeah, I just got off the phone with him." He's like, "We got this really important show in like 4 days. Can you play?"
Damn.
And I was like, "All right, I'll be there in an hour." Fucking. Right. And I went down, and all my gear was there. It's not like I had to roll up with anything. Like, and I learned, this is going to be a theme. I learned 5 songs off of some horrific fucking recordings. Horrific fucking recordings. I had to learn these hardcore fucking scale fucking song. It was so hard to hear, dude. It was like listening to like a Cannibal Corpse demo, in my opinion, at least at the time,
Right.
And I learned all those songs, and I played the show with them. Where Edema played and the singer didn't even show up, and like the band played anyway with the guitar player singing.
Did I play that show?
No, there was about 7 people there. You're probably there drinking with Ox or something.
Probably.
I'm pretty sure he was at that show.
Right.
So anyway, so I joined Darkness Descends, and then after that, they were also scheduled for this break contest to play the Bamboozle Festival's Battle of the Bands, right?
Right.
So that was like a week or so after this. And we decided, mine and Jay's suggestion, that the only shirts that we're going to wear as a band, every single show, everywhere, are T-shirts of local bands. Me being the Michael Graves fan, the Misfits fan that saw Mr. Monster. And way back before that, I know of Mr. Monster because a girl in my high school dated Dean Bigby, so I knew about Example 24. Right. I had the Example 24
Jackie?
CD and tape. Jackie Schaffner.
I know Jackie.
Yeah, and Jess Collins. I went to high school with Jess Collins. They hate me. Fuck them. Whatever. But yeah, I was a fucking odd man out in school, man. What do you think? I was thinking about this the other day. I am what happens when you get beat up every single day in high school for being different. That's what the fuck I am. If everyone wants to be mad at me for any of my brashness, this is fucking what happens. But anyway,
let me stop you there for a second. Like, I get a lot of slack for fucking how I act.
Right.
But motherfuckers don't know or don't realize that like I'm like this because
shit ain't easy.
I was put into a corner and had to defend myself all my fucking childhood. I was born with clubfoot. All right, so which means my
I love
feet were
that we're
put
gonna
on
go here right
fucking
now.
backwards. My feet were backwards when I was born, and I needed like 12 surgeries to fucking get that shit corrected when I was a toddler.
Yeah.
Okay, I still have surgeries up and down my calves. They took muscles from my calves, put it in my fucking ankles, and yeah. Whatever the case, all throughout, like, I couldn't wear. I wore the braces like not necessarily the Forrest Gump braces, but I wore like braces like that. And then once I got into like elementary school, kindergarten, up until fucking dude 8th grade, I had to wear my shoes on the opposite feet because otherwise my
Okay.
feet would turn backwards all the time.
Yeah.
So you try being the kid in elementary school that's wearing your shoes on the opposite feet. You
Did
get
that
picked
give you
on.
an advantage in kickball?
It gave me no advantage whatsoever. Fucking, but you get picked on, you get made fun of, you
Yeah,
get fucking,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
like after a while, bro, I'm just like, the next motherfucker that says something to me, even as a little kid, I was like, I'm going to fight someone, and I always just fight everyone that fucking said anything, whether I got my ass beat or didn't. At least like I was gonna make it a fucking day in the office for whoever said something.
Oh, so
You know what I mean?
I had bullies. I was the new kid, and like my parents split when I was young, man. So I lived in like Hackensack first, right? And then I came into Waldwick halfway through first grade, and fucking I literally got beat up by everyone every single fucking day. Like there was literally one time, and like people don't understand. Like I'm raising a 13-year-old, and Jesus Christ, I feel like I grew up in the 1400s and this kid is growing up in the year 4000 straight up
Yeah, huh?
because
What's different
dude,
about it?
we used to fight on the playground
Yeah,
every
all the time.
day, dude.
I used to
Every
fight. I used to fight
day.
the same kid on the way home from school every day. We used to fight every day. Like we would
Hold
meet
on.
and it would
And
just be
I'm
on.
talking, I'm not lying. I'm not lying. You call bullshit all you want, my life, my memories. I got jumped by 10 kids in first fucking grade. Just
Terrible.
say whatever the fuck you want, dude. I was there. And that was the same in second grade, and that was the same in third grade, you know, and then I moved and I there was this one bully, and then I move over to the other side of town. You know who else moved over to that side of town? The
Same kid.
bully, the bully.
Damn.
So then insert 3 more fucking years of that, right? And then seventh grade, I finally snapped at 12, dude. I was like just starting to come into me, right? Like I was definitely the the put it this way, my favorite nursery little tale was the ugly duckling. Straight up. I'm not even gonna lie. Not even gonna lie. And but in seventh grade, I finally stood up to this one kid who would just fucking oppressed me over, oppressed me over, oppressed me. That's what you know, like, and I unloaded on him. And like I was such a bitch that I didn't do fucking nothing. I threw 1,000 fucking punches, and this dude was like, fucking stop, you know, fucking Dean. He had no problem getting up. So he's like, Dean, you know, stop. I was only kidding. I was only kidding. I was only kidding. I
Right.
did nothing to him, right? I back up. He gets up, breaks my fucking nose.
Right. Of course.
I'll tell you right now, anyone who says that I'm attractive, you know what they say? I have a good nose. I go, well, fucking 11 grand. I fucking better.
He did you a favor.
Yeah, yeah, maybe, you know. But it was like that. I never fit the mold. It's not for lack of trying. I always
Right.
tried to fit the mold of the people who you like or admire. And I'll tell you this much: all those bullies, to anyone out there who's ever been bullied, anyone who bullies you, don't worry. They're gonna be fucking 40 years old, sitting at the fucking local bar, like they didn't chase their dreams.
Yeah.
They were too busy worrying about other people's shit. Stay the course. Zero from Static X. I was going through some shit on that tour, man. He gave me great advice, and it's simple words, simple fucking words, rue the day. And it was keep your eyes on the windshield. Like always look forward. Don't drive from the fucking rear view mirror, man. You can't do that. You can't do it. Keep your eyes on the windshield, stay your course, follow your fucking passion. You know, like so about that, when I finally found a home, Darkness Descends, I reached out to Brian Kellner. I knew Brian Kellner. This is good. I don't know. I don't know.
We're all in Doomsday by now, right?
Yes, you were all in Doomsday. But I knew Brian Kellner from when he was in Norman Bates.
Right.
And I had my first band, Verfallen. We used to play this shitty place called the Axis Lounge. But I used to see,
Love the Access Lounge.
yeah, dude, I saw Mr. Monster and everyone at the Rec Room in Wallington. I saw you and Joe and Michael fucking bajillion times. Jason used to buy me fucking drinks. Dude, I used to get hammered at 15 at Connections in Clifton.
Right.
I used to get hammered. Dude, you guys, I would be at all of the going away shows and all the coming home shows because they were always at Connections. And
Story of our lives.
yeah, and then they always gave Michael booze and fucking, hashtag spoiler, fucking whatever. He used to always just fucking pour booze in our fucking mouths like when we were there.
Right.
You don't fucking know. Times were different. Fucking, like pre-2000 shit was different. But anyway, I reached out to Brian Kellner and I was like, yo, man, I want to support the Doomsday Prophecy. I'm playing this show for the Battle of the Bands, and I'd really love to fucking rock a Doomsday shirt. I reached out on Facebook, networking. And he's like, sure, man. And you and I don't know, I don't know if you guys were at the show. I met you guys at the Waldick School of Rock. I don't know if you guys were at the show or hanging out or whatever, but it was somewhere around there. We were at it wasn't Waldick, sorry. It was the Hackensack School of Rock, same owners, but I feel like it was there where I met you guys. And that was when I said hi to Joe for the very first time, having no idea that he would become like this dude who I saw on stage would become one of my best friends I ever had. Ups, downs, lefts, rights, fucking homie. I almost did it. I almost did it.
Was that the Red Chord show?
I don't, maybe.
That's the only show I can remember playing in Hackensack.
All right, so maybe I went to your guys' show at that venue. Yes, I went to your guys' show at that venue to get a T-shirt from Brian Kellner to wear when Darkness Descends played that venue for the break contest like a week later or a day later. It was right around there.
Yeah.
And then so then I was in Darkness, man, and we played some really high profile shows. We were hard workers. We sold our tickets. We sold our tickets. That's what happened. We hustled our ticket sales.
Right.
And because we hustled so hard, we were on a lot of the same shows as Doomsday. And when that happened, I don't know, we all just kind of became bros. Because we were, dude, those two bands, I don't say what you want, man. They fucking ruled dingbats. There was a whole lot of bands that we all played with, and like we had the good shows. We got the good shows because when they needed someone and they're, if a band dropped off and they called one of us, we'd roll deep and we'd bring fucking people, man. Yeah. Like we worked hard. We weren't so much better than any other bands. We just worked harder, man. We fucking hustled, and so yeah, and then I started working on your guys' guitars because I was hanging out with you guys, and I started doing setups for your guys' guitars for barter.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck we'd barter back, but
oh, I do.
All right. It's all right. I've told everyone that I was already like Notorious B.I.G. where I supplemented my income by selling fucking weed all throughout my life.
Yeah. But yeah, so I started working on your guys' guitars, and then we were just chilling, and we hung out, whatever. And then because I basically worked on everything that you guys had, I got hired to go on tour with you as a guitar tech. And that was like, there was like a lot of fucking Rumpelmans, house parties, Joe's house, your house, my house, New Year's Eve, fucking every fucking Dingbats killer fucking show ever.
Right.
We were at Dingbats for all the best shows. Like fucking, it was party central, man. 2012 ish,
Yeah.
2011, 2012. And we played, I think what sealed my friendship with you guys was the Clash Bar show. Nope. Yeah, was it? Is that little what was is that the store? No, no, not the Clash Bar. I'm an idiot. It was the storefront, whatever that storefront was that was in like Montclair.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know exactly what you're
What
talking
the
about.
fuck was that called? Cafe?
Um, you're talking about the downstairs venue?
It was like a shoe store. It had the glass windows, and there was like this little fucking half a step up little stage in the back.
Oh yeah, okay. I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name of that place because
It's
usually,
something cafe.
yeah, usually we weren't playing there. We were playing in that shithole down in the basement.
The meat that's the meat
The
locker.
meat locker. Yeah, yeah.
Right. I fucking hated the meat locker.
It's
I don't
not
think
just
I
a
ever
clever
played.
name. It was
It
fucking meat
was
locker.
it was shit. But we played that show, and after I go for it. When I play, I fucking perform. And that was one of my first shows um with Darkness Descends. I wasn't in it for long. And after I got off the stage, I will never forget this. Joe, who I knew as JV Bastard because I saw the two of you fucking 9,000 times on stage slaying it as a fan. Joe came up to me um and he said, "Man, I've seen Darkness Descends before, but I've never seen them play with you." And he fucking put his hand out and he shook my fucking hand. And then I was just like, fucking, yeah? Like, all right, cool. Fucking, here we go. Um, and it just made my day, man. Like I watched you guys perform forever, fucking giving every ounce of energy I had at fucking dozens upon dozens of shows. And to get that back, that's like, you guys are my boys, man. Like I will fucking take a bullet for you. I will take a bullet for Joe. But there was a period of time when I was 15 when you guys were like the when you hear like don't meet your fucking heroes, you guys are my heroes, and it was awesome.
Right.
Like, and we have a great fucking history. Like,
Sometimes it was awesome.
yeah, fucking ups, downs, lefts, right. Who gives a fuck?
Right.
Like, we're here now, you know?
Yep.
And I wouldn't change it for the fucking world, dude. Every single time that you made me want to fucking slam my head into the fucking like a brick building or something, like fucking, I don't give a fuck. I love it because for every single one of those moments, there is a moment that fucking supersedes it times 10 that is forever life changing. Fucking, we spent a lot of time together. Three fucking New Jersey dudes spent a shit ton of time
Yeah.
together. I'm surprised there wasn't more blood, dude.
Right.
Fucking, we never really had any real anything, man, ever. Surprising.
So then the first tour you went
Backstreet
was
Cafe.
Backstreet Cafe. Right.
Yeah.
So then we started doing Darrow full time. We did the Plastic Smile, the Indiegogo thing, the Natural Born Grillers, right? And
Yeah.
that's the first tour you went on with us?
Yeah. Yeah. So I had worked on all of the Doomsday Prophecies gear. I had been to a couple of Darrow shows, I think two or three. And yeah, and then yeah, somewhere in there, yeah, it was right when you guys did the Indiegogo. It's like you had a budget. So it's like, well, fucking Joe
Yeah.
was like, we need
We need a guy.
you and Joe were like, you're the guy, man. I was like, fucking hey, thank you so much. You know?
That's when we blamed the brake lines being cut by your then girlfriend.
Yes.
But
And
my brother
it's
dude, my brother disproved that theory
oh, well, that's nice.
with
That
science.
well, fucking A. Maybe I could stop hearing about it. Maybe I can stop hearing about it. Like you know how much weight that is, that
My
the very
brother.
first time that we were going to leave on this dude. All right. So here's the deal. And I think I may have said something about this on one of Joe's podcasts, but you guys have no idea what feeling it's like to be ready to go on your first US tour. You're hired by a band, you're fucking super excited, you're fully prepared. You pack 5 fucking suitcases and 3 guitars and you're the fucking guitar tech. Okay? You're not even playing in the fucking band. And you bring a suitcase that has 4 pairs of boots in it on your first tour, and you fucking show
First
up to
mistake.
yeah. You show up to this house and you're getting ready to leave for this tour, and your girlfriend's there, and as everybody shows up, she's just crying and screaming and making everybody try and fucking believe that, like, she was literally at the house. We were leaving like, I don't know, at whatever time. I was there early, and she was on the porch at WHB Records in Westwood,
Damn.
crying on Joe's doorstep. And
It's very
then so
emotional.
we go through this, we finally just get her to literally let go of me. To literally let go of me. What was going on? Where
It's
was
like,
my life?
all right, Dean, get in the fucking van now.
It's so bad. And I was driving. I was driving. I'm like, what the fuck? So I get in the van. I start the van. I put my foot on the brake. I go to pull it into drive, and right as I put my foot on the brake, it goes all the way to the fucking floor. And my dad's a mechanic, dude. I worked on fucking shitty cars my whole life. I knew exactly what happened, man. I was like, fuck, dude. We just blew a brake line. What?
Yeah.
What?
After this whole fucking pomp and circumstance of goodbyes
Oh
by
my
everyone, not just
God.
you, but everyone, like the families out there.
Yeah. There was everyone else had normal goodbyes.
Yeah. You know, all the girlfriends were out there, like, they're seeing us off. Goodbye, guys. Nothing. We're not going shit places, dog.
Yep. And then Chris came, and we couldn't get a brake line for it, and he custom bent a fucking brake line and laid underneath that fucking van and had us fucking rolling in a matter of hours. And we showed up to the first show like an hour or so late, fucking, you know, from set time. And you and Joe played an acoustic show
Out in the parking lot.
out in the parking lot for the fans who hung around.
The venue owner was like, nah, show's over.
Yeah, and it
I'm
wasn't
like,
that
we're here
fucking
on time.
yeah.
We could play right now. Like, the last band just ended. We could just go up and
Right,
play.
right.
The
Yeah.
venue owner was just like, nah, shit's over.
Right, we showed up as the last band before us, or
Right.
before the Darrow was loading out. What a prick, you know?
And yeah, fucking they didn't let us play, so we just fucking took our acoustics and just started jamming in the back. And then they yelled at us for jamming in the back.
I'm pretty sure that I was just at
We were
that
selling merch out of the trailer.
Do you remember the name of that venue?
I don't.
I'm pretty sure that I played that venue again with Prong on this last tour.
Yeah, I don't remember. But it was a miserable ride. But could you imagine, like, if that shit happened at any other point other than right in front of the house? Like, if we were even on Washington Ave.
Bro,
going
can
down
you
the hill.
imagine? Had I literally had I pulled up to the stop sign, fucking 25 feet away into this main road where
rolled onto
people
Forest
fucking
Ave.
do 700 miles an hour down that fucking road, dude. Yeah, dude, I can't even believe it. I can't even believe it.
That could have been a night, like a true nightmare.
Around the corner from 7th Ave.
Damn.
Nightmare around the corner from 7th Ave.
Damn.
Yep.
All right, fourth shot. Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. I figured.
Lynette, Richard, thank you.
Mm.
All right. So, that tour was doomed from the second we put the key in the ignition. We should have known better because that's a tour where my brother got into the accident and
My dad died.
your dad died. The whole fucking shebang.
Yeah. We got our van impounded. There was that story like a day after you left the tour and you left us alone. We parked it was Joe's call. It was Joe's fucking call. We were supposed to park across the street, but there were some real crackheads across the street.
Right.
Like people pulling their fucking clothes off, walking around naked in the fucking parking lot. Joe did not want to park the fucking van there. I totally get it. But it was a very biased against punk rockers, we'll say.
Right.
It was a very biased against punk rockers kind of town. And the second we went on stage, they impounded the van and trailer. And when we got off stage, which was only a half hour after Joe and I physically left the van, because we had a little bit of a shorter set because I learned 12 songs in 24 hours with you and fucking played the last 13 shows of the tour when you left. Fucking we had there was $390 in the band fund and like we were making like, get by. Like
Right. We're doing
those of us who were getting paid by the band were getting paid to survive. If the band had extra money, we got extra money. If the band didn't have extra money, we didn't get extra money. Like, if fucking Mikey needed cigarettes and he was fucking broke, fucking band buy him a pack of cigarettes, band buy him fucking food, whatever. And it was DIY, man. It wasn't that bad. It fucking really wasn't. And but we had $390 in the fucking bank. And the van got impounded, and we got a ride from the bartender and her boyfriend, me and Joe, to go pick up the van from the impound yard while the rest of the band, who are definitely not the people you want to leave with your gear to protect it. They are definitely not the people you want to leave fucking $10,000 worth of equipment with. But we had to leave and go get the van, and it cost us $386 to get the van out of impound.
Got $4 left.
And a quarter tank of gas. And we were in Texas. And dude, Texas, every city to city in Texas, 9-hour drive.
Yeah, it sucks.
9-hour drive, city to city in Texas. So any city that you're going to play, like 9-hour drive. We had a quarter tank of gas. So we pulled to the nearest truck stop. Doug drove to the nearest truck stop, pulled over, and I'll tell you,
over and give some handies to everybody.
No. We got saved by whatever. Well, I'll get there. But we pulled over at this truck stop, and the van burns a quarter tank every night, as like in 8 hours. It burns a quarter tank of gas, in 8 hours. At 7 o'clock in the morning in Texas in fucking August. In August in Texas in the sun, because Doug doesn't know where the shade happens. 5 dudes are sleeping in a van and it runs out of gas. And we were at a truck stop, thank God. But 5 dudes woke up right away. Because
it's just so fucking hot.
In 2 seconds, that van was 300 degrees inside. But like that is the single worst feeling. If you talk about like even when the thing's idling, the AC is not like pumping hardcore, but it's like just enough. But the second that it stops, 5 fucking dudes who've been drinking all night start to instantly moisten up. Like we all have a sheen about us instantly. And because I'm apathetic and a bunch of other amazing people, amazing supporters. I don't know who all of them were, so I'm not gonna say it. I'm sure it was like the regs, right. But we woke up to $700 in Joe's PayPal from people who donated to us.
Right.
And that is how we continued the tour. We would have been literally stuck at a truck stop had it not been for Facebook. Isn't that fucked? You want to talk about getting creative? That's, you
Yeah,
know,
right.
like, and that's $700, mind you. That is $700 from the same exact patrons who supported that Kickstarter
Yeah.
or the Indiegogo. You know, they not
Yep.
only gave once to make that tour happen, but when it literally crashed and burned, they dug us out. And I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that, dude.
Yeah.
So many of those people are their phone numbers are in my phone. Like, we are family. You know, like, not because of that, but like that's where we are. Then that's how this family takes care of each other. Like, you don't I worry about that in the future, not being able to have that road family, man. We have extended family members everywhere.
Everywhere.
Like, everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Like, that's such an
A
amazing
lot of them are
feeling.
here. Fucking
Yeah.
Richard Dicko Norris from fucking he lives in Alberta. Fucking Lynette's in in Scotland. You know, fucking Scott Bankers over in fucking Rochester.
Patrick Graves over
And yo,
down in
Scott Banker
Texas.
says hello, by the way.
Oh,
Patrick
hi,
Graves
Scott.
over in fucking
Houston.
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 I miss getting pizza from you, Patrick.
Rob's probably here too from Colorado. Might have a couple peeps from fucking LA. Who
Yeah.
knows? Yeah.
So, and I mean, and just before that, like that was literally the first show without me. So people already
That
got
was
the
the
news.
first show without you. Yes. Yes. It was the first fucking show after you left the fucking tour. Like,
People already got the news that my brother is like potentially dying.
yeah,
And-
dude, your brother got paralyzed.
Yeah.
Fucking, and that was right after my dad died, right? Yeah, my
Same
dad
tour.
died first, and then your brother got paralyzed. It's like, fucking literally, who did we fucking piss off?
Right.
What the fuck, dude?
And then yeah.
And dude, if that doesn't give you that was my first tour. My first tour taught me a couple of things. A, the world is a lot smaller than you think once you get out there.
Yeah.
That's a big one. Everybody thinks the world's so big. Actually, no, dude, just travel it. It's actually a lot smaller than you think. And I mean that metaphorically, and I mean it physically. But and then the further you get away from home, that everything falls apart. And that was such a bullshit thing too, because it was like my dad died, and then you and I fucking went at each other's throats because
Right.
I gave into my emotions in Vegas.
Las Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah, Las Vegas, man. And because that fucking girlfriend that showed up and wouldn't let me fucking go on tour flew into Las Vegas and tortured the shit out of me the day of my father's wake while my mother was sending me photos from the wake. It was an extremely emotional day, and she was torturing me in a hotel room. And then I was supposed to perform like any kind of an individual on that day. And again, back to what I said earlier, Jersey boys push back. So I might have been a prick, and you're like, fuck you, you're being a prick. And I was like, no, fuck you, you're being a prick. And fucking fuck you, you're being a prick. Fuck you, fuck.
Yeah, I think it was because
I know
we were
why
there
it was.
on time, and I walked the strip by myself, and the rest of the band was late. And you're like, yo, I fucking came here on time. I'm like, well,
I had
just a
never
fucking
been to
guitar
Las
tech,
Vegas.
so
I had
shut the
never
fuck
been to
up.
Las Vegas. I had
Right.
never been on a tour. I had never known what to experience with my father passing away. And everybody got to Vegas and partied like the motherfucking sea. And
Yeah.
nobody was anywhere
We
near
all
me.
went in separate directions.
Literally.
we all walked the strip in separate directions.
Except for me, I went to the 12th floor of the Hard Rock Hotel and got screamed at while I looked out at the fucking and watched all the lights come on one by one. And I was getting sent pictures from my mom about memorials from my dad at the wake that was happening that I wasn't at because I stayed on the tour. Right.
God damn it.
Yeah, I don't hold any resentment.
Right.
None. No, we're good. No, but no, it was just a hard thing. It's a hard thing, man. Like, people don't realize you have to make huge sacrifices. And I'm not just talking about these, but the equivalents for you, like it happens, right? But then no, everyone left me alone, and I like didn't know where the fucking venue was. I was in no condition to fucking be in control of making sure that the gear and the van and everything like got to the venue by myself with this crazy fucking broad.
Right.
I was there were too many fucking variables going on there that I could not I cannot deal with that. No way, dude. And then I got to the venue and I was so mad. I was so mad. I felt like you guys just left me hanging. And then yeah, Jersey Boy pushes back and you and I got into it. And then fucking again, you and I got into it. And I sat at the bar while you guys did your fucking show. You broke a string. I was your guitar tech. You broke a string. I fucking sat at the bar, let you fucking grab your own guitar like a dickhead, being a fucking asshole, you know? But then like a song later was WHB. And while I watched you grab your own guitar, he fucking killed me on the inside. And I knew I was being a fucking dick. And I knew that my life was just crumbling. But I walked up to you during WHB, and while you were playing, I grabbed your head and you fucking headbutted me.
Right.
And that was the thing. Like you
That's
friends with
what we
Brian,
do.
yeah, friends with Brian Kellner, dude. Sometimes you get fucking headbutted, and it's out of love, you know. And
What we do.
yeah, and yeah, man. And then we just squashed it. Like I was sorry, you were sorry. Those moments happen, man, and that sorry is the most important. You and I have had a couple of them, man, and you know what? Even after in everything, man, you and I could fight and fucking hate each other, and if fucking 6 seconds later someone's fucking with you, I am right next to you. I don't give a fuck, dude. You and I could be fucking fisticuffs, and if someone else fucks with you, you and I are fisticuffs side by side. Fuck off. You know that's. I'm sorry, that's New Jersey.
Right. That's the way it goes.
I don't know how else to describe that.
Fucking yeah. I wish I there was no way I was staying on that tour, but like I wish I was also a fly on the wall for the rest of that tour. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, dude. I'll tell you the one thing that I did once you left. The one pure douchebag thing, but again, my dad just died. But the pure douchebag thing that I knew that I was doing is, hey, I was picking up a lot more responsibilities, right? Because Joe told me something right before we left for that tour. He said, you know, this is my first tour. This is my first U.S. tour. I've done tons of pretty big shows. You know, I co-headlined stages at festivals, but I never went on the road and had to sustain that for 6 weeks. And he told me right before we left, if you want to learn the road, you stick by Loki's hip. You stick to his side. And I did. And like on both Darrow tours and the Graves tour, every time you showed up, because you were always the tour manager, every time you showed up or you were doing something, I was there. You did the initial walk-in, I was out of the fucking van doing the walk-in with you. You know, Doug, sit in the fucking driver's seat. I'm going in with him. You know, like I literally learned as much as I could off of you.
Someone is saying, is you can tell me if this is true or not, that the Houston police woke you up in front of Gary's house?
I don't
This
remember.
is what Patrick is saying. I guess maybe you slept in the van.
Yeah, I always slept in the van. Some people used to get mad. So we were on those punk rock tours, man, the DIY tours. We didn't have money for hotels.
Right.
We had our extended family who would allow us to crash on floors and couches. And at the time, I smoked cigarettes, and you can't ever smoke in anyone's house.
Right.
So I would sleep in the fucking van. And I got news for you. It was better off that at least one person slept in the van every single night, just in case. You guys been ripped off before and since.
Yeah.
And since, like someone should be with the gear at all times, like that is just a thing. Um, but yeah, and so I slept in the van most of the time, mainly because I could just do whatever I wanted and just like stick to my own devices and make sure everything was okay. Dude, I used to clean the van when everyone was inside at the end of the night. Fucking, I'm laying down, picking up all the garbage, fucking, wiping shit down, just chilling, relaxing. And sometimes, there'd be more than if we showed up to a place and there was only room for fucking three, two guys would rock in the van. No worries. Thank you
Right.
so much for letting us crash outside your house. Some people took offense to that or felt weird about it, but I mean, that was just the way it kind of had to be, man.
For the most part, except Joey Gore's house. That was different rules over there.
Oh, hell no. No, no. We showed up at 7 a.m. and we're drunk by 10 a.m.
Yeah.
in the
Joey.
fucking pool. Fucking holy shit. I think,
So,
dude, Joey Gore's house was so hot. Like, when you're on the road, you have to be healthy. We had gummy vitamins. It was so hot that we parked, went inside, fucking hung out, got acquainted, went to go grab our stuff. By that time, the gummy vitamins were fucking gel.
yeah.
Yeah, and then we're like, oh man, the guitar's in the trailer. Yeah. But yeah, that was some crazy times, man. And then there was a couple times when this punk band, Darrow Chemical Company, whoever they are, when the first few shows that I played guitar, Joe also played guitar to cover up my fuck ups.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. He played at like 2 or 3 shows. He definitely played in El Paso. Oh, El Paso was the first show after you. We canceled the Res show and there was El Paso and then it was Austin
Gotcha.
where we
Gotcha.
got impounded. But yeah, we all of us played El Paso, like me, Joe, and Doug all played guitar in El Paso, and then Austin, and then Houston. He played too at Super Happy Funland, but then he like stopped after that. I was like, dude, stop,
Super Happy Funland.
Yeah, that's anyone who's been on any of my socials. When you see the picture of me standing fucking Jersey hard in front of a 900 Raggedy Ann dolls.
That's Super Happy Funland. I
That's
think we have
Super Happy
Patrick.
Funland.
I think we have Patrick to thank for that one.
Yeah, we do. Dude, Joe and I saw a real life tar dude. We saw this crackhead and, you know, we saw this crackhead walk down the fucking street that I swear to God to you, he was so cracked out that it like deformed kind of and like walking with a limp. He looked
Right.
like a real fucking zombie. Real fucking zombie. It was crazy. Crazy. But then yeah, so that tour ended. I played the last 13 shows of that tour on guitar, and then we get to I believe it was Maryland, right?
Oh, and I came down.
And we had no idea that you were coming down, and we fucking roll up to the show, and there you were. And yo, truth be told, I was so like mixed emotioned because my dad got me my first guitar for my 13th birthday.
Right.
I get on this
By the
tour.
way, I'm doing another shot.
Hold on.
If you'd like to contribute to the
Hey,
cause, it's
hey.
LokiGuitarOfficial.com. Go to the tip function, and $5 buys us another shot. But I'm doing a shot anyway because you guys are, you're sleeping tonight. But it's
Yeah,
fine.
you guys need to fucking pick it up. Come on.
You guys are sleeping.
Y'all get
Wait,
hammered.
here,
Come on.
cheers.
Cheers. But my dad got me my first guitar on my 13th birthday. And then right after he died, you went through a very extremely traumatic experience. And then all of a sudden I was playing guitar. And for me, like on this US tour, I was like I was the second string. And like, oh my God, I get to do this thing. I get to be part of this dream, And for me, it was so emotional to be able to be honored to be honored, boss, to pick up your reins in your time
Right.
of need after being there for you because you rock for dozens and dozens of times, and to be trusted, dude, straight up, to be trusted to do that for you.
By the way, 916 Customs is saying hello. I just wanted to let you know.
Oh, hey, look, 916 Customs. This fucking where is it? This fucking Riddler guitar, man. This was my 7 string that I bought it for $200 as an all wood, the paint taken off guitar. And when I was moving back and running away from LA, um, I dropped off this guitar at Matt's, and he fully customized it into a 1966 Riddler theme. I got scalloped frets. We shaved the upper horn here, so it's I have an RGD over here, or is it like that?
Right.
And when I put these two side by side, the horn's almost exact, and he like didn't have the mold. It's crazy. So, but custom pickups, purple and green, and it has the fucking Riddler. It looks so crazy when you turn it around, man. I almost wish I did that on the fretboard. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. We moved the controls. You can see it's a huge cavity for the back of these things. I moved my volume knobs down, and then he gave me another cavity for the tone knob. Yeah, dude, this thing rips. It's scalloped top frets.
Good job. Good job, 916.
Yeah, dude, that thing rips. I love it. It plays so good. $200 plus, well, all the work, the hard work. Matt busted his ass on that guitar, man. Him and I have been, after all these Darrow tours, I played guitar, and I filled in on a couple of shows for Black Cat Attack and became friendly with them when we did that Canada tour.
Right.
To bring it back up a little bit, to play that we played that Canada tour, and became friends with them, and then so they called me, and I filled in on a few dates when Dave Brown Sound was like rejoining with Sum 41, and like no one was allowed to know what was going on. They like flew me in, and I played guitar for him. I was like, Jesus Christ, look at my life, man. First I'm filling in for these guys, now I'm filling in for these guys. Like, this is so cool. And then I was supposed to go on tour with Black Hat Attack in place of Dave because he had some Sum 41 stuff going on that he couldn't get away from. And right before the tour, the band, two of the band members are 100% Canadian. Their drummer was a dual citizen,
Right.
but their drummer and their bass player also played for the Independents, and they had problems. And the Canadians couldn't get visas; they couldn't get their work visas in time. So the dudes from the Independents were like, yo, man, we tried to find someone to play bass, and we can't find anyone to play bass on this tour. Tour is in fucking like a week.
Right.
And
so
then honestly,
shotgun things.
Dude, every single thing. And I'll tell you, I really thought that BCA was just going to come anyway. So I got sent 21 songs, and I didn't listen. I didn't learn a fucking one of them for 4 days. And then 3 days before the tour, Evil calls me up. He's like, bro, we need you to do this. I was like, fuck. Fuck. So, and I played guitar, man. Like, I had always played guitar. I had basses. I had a bass, like I played bass in one band, but it wasn't like we didn't do like a whole hell of a lot. Like, I wouldn't call myself a bass player. And to fill in for a fucking horror ska band with all these fucking rolling bass lines, I was like, holy shit. And I learned 21 songs in 3 fucking days. And the very first show, someone in the crowd called out a song that wasn't on my list, and I played Fire and Ice on the spot. Granted, it's only 2 fucking notes, but I had never heard the song before. I didn't know it existed. But Willie B started playing it, and I just rolled my bass until that was the note, and then I stopped, and then I rolled my bass until that was the note, and I stopped. And I'm not even gonna lie, man. It was super dramatic, and I like learned the song on the spot. When I filled in for you,
Right.
there was one show in Nashville. We played this. I don't remember what the fuck was it. Not yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Nashville. Um, we played in Nashville, and on the spot, Joe called "Don't Believe." No, this
Okay.
was on the second tour. This was on with you when they were like throwing out cheeseburgers. Remember that show?
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure you were there. That was the Natural Born Grillers. There was like a band that was throwing out fucking 100 cheeseburgers and shit like that at the show. But at that show, yeah, it definitely was because I followed you if I followed anyone, like if I didn't know a song. Um, but Joe called out "Don't Believe," and he's like, "Yeah, it's just fucking blah 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 DCG, whatever the fuck it is." You know, um, and he just called out the chords right then and there. And dude, that was like the Back to the Future moment. It was like Blues and G watch me for the fucking changes and like,
Right.
oh fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, fuck, oh
I
okay,
guess I
like
know it. Right.
yeah. Yeah, DFC, that's what it is.
Lynette's busted my balls. She says she bought a Patreon subscription earlier today, and I didn't do a shot for that. Yo, that was earlier in the day. Like, I'm not gonna do a shot for everyone who buys a Patreon subscription while I'm not doing the show. But since you're busting my balls, I will fucking gladly do a shot for you.
I'll do a Jersey
Thank
shot
you
for you
for
too.
thank
Thank
you
you,
for
Annette.
subscribing.
Thank you. Dude, I'm so happy to see you doing what you're doing. It gives me faith.
It's been interesting. There's a lot going on behind the scenes that I have not said yet.
Yeah,
Like good
yeah.
stuff. Like there's negative stuff, but there's good stuff. I'm lining some shit up for summer of 21, and I'm excited. I'm excited about it, man.
I am very interested to see what 2021 is gonna bring. I swear, I shit you not. I was like, dude, I was flying high last year. Can I tell you that yo, we're sitting here talking about some of the suffering that happens. But after all that suffering, shit got great for you. Shit got great for me.
Right.
We were doing great shit.
Yeah, you were
We
playing for Nita Strauss, right? What? How did that happen?
um Angel Vivaldi was
By the
doing
way, Nita Strauss is the guitar player for Alice Cooper.
yeah, and so
She shreds, and she
shreds.
had her own
Solo album
solo
called
project
Controlled
that
Chaos.
yes, it's a solo project, and she was looking for a backup band. So I guess our friend Angel Vivaldi, our friend Jay Tarantino, who's coming on the show, by the way.
Oh,
We're
fucking
gonna I'm gonna do a
awesome.
show with Jay Tarantino. Jay Tarantino plays guitar for Angel Vivaldi, plus a whole fucking plethora of other things. Jay Tarantino, also in his own right, fucking shreds.
Yeah,
Guy's
he
an
does.
amazing guitar player.
He
Anyway,
is he is like the neoclassical Jersey god right
yeah,
now. Yeah, for sure. He does shit on his guitar that I'm just like, fuck, man. You know, like I play a lot, but he learned how to play the right way. Dude, I learned like I learned life. I learned it from the fucking streets, dude. I literally
right.
learned how to play guitar from going to like dingbats and connections and watching those dudes on stage. It wasn't a fucking guitar teacher. It was like Loki fucking playing guitar or fucking um but I used to go to like Among Thieves shows and I used to go to Misfit shows and PT Graham and Mr. Monster and Witch Moon. It was like all this goth industrial fucking inspired rock punk fucking death metal whatever. It was this fucking everything surrounding death music of
Right.
the fucking late 90s, you know. um yeah, and that's I just used to watch. I used to uh, also used to work for Reckless 13 back in the day, and Reckless 13 was our friend fucking Kim, who used
I used
to
to have a crush on her.
yeah,
Yeah.
and she became Craig Marshall's girlfriend. I'm surprised you didn't date her
I think it was
afterwards.
after that.
Fucking yeah, man. Dude, Kim was awesome, man. And also, I used to work for Froggy
I
Entertainment.
remember Froggy. Didn't Froggy move to
Yeah,
Colorado or some shit?
I have no fucking idea, dude. Froggy Entertainment used to rent out firehouses and
Mm-hmm.
Sports World, and they used to throw all these shows. And dude, like that's why I think we were able to. Some of the reason why I think we were able to do what we were able to do is because we actually had a scene, so to speak, where
Yeah.
it was no matter what, backyards, right? Backyards, house parties, firehouses, VFW halls. I didn't go to like a fucking venue.
A real venue, yeah.
Dude, I never went to a real venue. I think my very first concert that I ever saw in a real venue was like Slipknot. And it was like I got someone else. I didn't even buy tickets. I did like Slipknot, but I didn't even someone else gave me the tickets because I couldn't make the show. Like I never, even when I saw Ace Frehley, Bad Company, fucking Peter Wolf, um
Bad Company.
some other bands, it was always at these small shows, dude. I always went to small shows. Like, and we had New Jersey had it's such a great hub for music. People like underestimate it for sure.
Yeah.
You know, like, but these people, they used to put on these shows. And dude, I used to literally see some of my favorite bands, and which were all local bands, at a firehouse. Talking about
I saw
giving
AFI at a firehouse.
what?
I saw AFI at a firehouse.
No shit.
Yeah. Westwood.
Dude, I got into a fight with Guy Luna 10 years before I ever met him because he was being a dickhead at some fucking VFW hall show. Like we used to put on our own shows from the get-go. If you want to talk about being DIY, that's literally where we come from, dude. You know, we had to make it. You know, like we had to make it happen. I think like some people don't realize, you know, like it's no holds barred. If you love it, you're gonna just do it. The circumstances don't matter. Not every show has to be at fucking Giant Stadium. Just
Right.
like Joe, some of my favorite fucking shows are literally in a living room. That's some of my favorite shit. You know, it really, really, really is. Um, and so with Nita Strauss, yeah, I my buddy Zach was building a business with one of our other friends, and they were helping out Angel do video for a music video. Like helping with the production, helping with the filming. And Zach finally got a tour. So this is like a little bit post Darkness Descends. Zach finally got a tour where he was gonna go out and about. And I'll tell you, he got to Texas and his fucking van broke down too. And he was stuck on the side of the highway for 6 fucking days around the corner from like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house. Like literally.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. And so he was
Texas is the place where vans go to die.
for sure.
Because it happened to us too in Michael Gray's. I think Joe was playing bass for us at the time, and we were in San Antonio, and the fucking
Blew a tranny or something.
the engine gasket fucking blew, and
yeah, dude.
we got a fucking rebuilt engine put in.
People don't realize that Texas is a desert the size of Spain.
Right.
Can we just
Right.
talk about that?
Yeah.
Texas is a desert the size of Spain,
And it's where vans go to die, dude.
where they die.
Anyway, so Nita.
Yeah, so Zach was on this tour and he hits me up and he's like, "Yo, man, I really need you to fucking make sure that this video shoot goes great." He goes, I can't be there. This is a big deal. I'm building my business. It was when he was building his studio. He's like, fucking, can you go there and make sure this shit works?
Right.
And I just showed up having no fucking idea of what was even going on. Like, I just showed up to the Art Factory in Patterson. And I became Angel Vivaldi's right-hand man on this video shoot. And when the director came and the videographer came and everyone came, like when they were discussing stuff, I just became the key grip. I was there as a fucking dude to just make sure shit fucking works. I became just like on fucking tour. You know me, dude. You know me.
Right.
If it needed to get done, it fucking got done. If you start thinking about it as you're finishing that sentence, I'm tightening the last fucking bolt of your idea.
Right.
Like it's literally as you say it, I'm fucking gonna do it, dude. No excuse. Just make it happen. And and I did that. I built a set. I had never in my fucking life built a set. I hung 40-foot fucking curtains. I had to build these pulley systems and counterweights. Are you kidding me, dude? Like, never in my life did I ever do this. I built this whole fucking thing, and Angel saw my work ethic.
Yeah.
And the whole time we talked about like some of the grave shit, you know? And so this tour, the Guitar Collective came up. This is a great and a shameful story for me, and you'll see as it goes on. We do this video shoot. The video did not come out as planned to Angel's expectations of all of this hard work. So this was a video shoot for the video for Synapse, which was his title track from his last album. And it just didn't work, man. It didn't work. He wasn't happy with it, and he was just like, not gonna fucking release it. But he was impressed with me. And I had known Angel for years, man. He's from our block. He's from fucking Dingbatz, New Jersey. Say what you want, be what you want. He's from Dingbatz, New Jersey, fucking just like you and me. And he had this tour with Nita, and he's like, yo, man, you think you could get through one of my songs? Sorry, one of my you think you could get through one of my sets? I was like, yeah, man, probably. And so he goes, all right, man, can send me yourself playing this song. And I sent him a video of me playing fuck, I forget what song it was at this point. Some song.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. And he loved my bass tone. And I used my bass amp, I used my fractal. And
you using a fractal?
Yeah, I used my fractal and an amp, and I blended the two.
Right.
And he loved my bass tone, and I knocked it out of the park. And it took me like 4 days to learn this one song. Because if we're talking about Guitar God Angel Vivaldi, bro, the dude shreds. Right. Because he shreds, the bass shreds. You know, if we're going to talk about not really ever playing bass before and playing horror ska with rolling bass lines, this was that on mega steroids.
Right.
Mega steroids.
Was
Again,
it like following the guitar?
Some stuff. A lot of it was arpeggiation off of the power chord. This dude Jake Schuyler played bass. He's a fucking phenomenal bass player. But a lot of the runs, not all of them, a lot of the runs though, they seem to like work off of power chord shapes, sliding up to the ninth and adding in like seventh and stuff like that, and then going down to the seventh and coming back. If that was too much music nerd for you, you know, I do fucking guitar lessons. Right. So, damn. But no, and so like to play that song was so intense. It took me like 4 days to learn it. And then he was like, yo, I'm doing this tour. You're the guy. I want you to play bass for me, and that means you're going to play bass for Nita Strauss. And my band is going to, like, my guitar player, my bass player are going to be Nita Strauss's guitar player and bass player. Bro, that was some fucking hefty shit to deal with. So he gives me I'm like, yo, man, give me the songs. Because, like, I need to work now. I have 2 months for this. And he gave me 3 different lists of songs. Like, I got a list of songs. I started learning them. They were really fucking hard.
Were you in over your head as far as, because I remember you were going to do both bands.
So
were you in over your head for that, or are you lucky that dropped off, or what?
If the first list of songs that I got would have been the only list of songs that I got, I would have been only a little bit over my head.
Right.
Once that changed once, I was very much over my head because I'd spent a lot of time on songs that got cut. And then it happened, and then it happened again. Okay? And
hear these really hard songs, we're not going to play them.
Yeah. But no, and then it happened again.
Thanks for learning them.
Yeah. Yeah, and then dude, literally the songs he fucking texted me. I love Angel.
Did he
hold on. He's a sweetheart. I love him. The songs he fucking texted me. Jay Tarantino and I showed up to Angel's house. Jay Tarantino and I worked for 4 hours on One, the song One. If you want to know, it's like a little dot, but like there's a music video for it. I worked for 4 hours on that song with Jay Tarantino. Fucking slayed it. Angel comes upstairs from the basement to the second floor of the fucking house. And we're like, I'm like, yo, man, let me show you this. And we fucking played through the song and fucking dude, he goes, oh, dude, that's great. But yeah, we're not playing that song. I go, what the fuck? Are you kidding? What the fuck? Like, So like, and so then one day he just started pressuring me and he was like, yo, you're going to come here and you're going to play these songs for me. And that day was also the same day as one of my son's last football games of the season. And I'm a dad first. I'm a guitar player, but I'm a dad first. Every action that I make, I'm thinking about what is this going to do for the future of my son. Always. Always. The day that Angel wanted me to fucking show up and play this final set in front of him while he fucking sat there and fucking judged me. As he should. I'm not taking anything away. I'm just saying I saw this once. You know? I was sitting outside. It was November, and I was outside for 5 hours, and my hands were fucking frozen watching my son play this football game, you know? Show up, drop off the kid, drive down to Angel's house, play these songs for him. I was working off of notes. I did not know these songs. We were 2.5 weeks out of tour, just in between 2.5 and 2 weeks. It was somewhere like, let's say 2.25 weeks outside of tour.
Right.
I have definitely learned a lot more, like a lot of songs in a shorter amount of time than that. Like I said, I was a little over my head. Not a whole bunch, but definitely over my head. Not going to lie. We get 2 weeks out. I play these songs basically off of notes, trying to express to him, all right, I know how these songs go. I don't really know all the parts, but I got fucking 2 weeks. We're good. And he looked at me and he said, to me, it looks like it's going to take you 2 months. And I was like, motherfucker. Motherfucker. Like, are you? So I took it, man. I took it. It is what it is. I had this whole plan. I was going to like still practice this stuff. And like 3 or 4 shows into the tour, I'm going to be like, yo, let me play. I know it. And blah, blah, blah. Dude, he's like, listen, man. He's like, just focus on Nita's set. Don't worry about my set. I'll backtrack the bass. That hurt. It hurt,
but it was probably the best thing that could have happened.
Homie, you have no idea. You have no idea.
You know?
That set was so hard. To not play that set for an hour every single night on tour, mark me in. Right. like holy shit. Like I give it up to Killian and Jake and Chris and everyone and all the other people who fucking play. He's had a couple people. That shit's hard.
Yeah.
That shit's hard. Taught me so much about playing bass. The dude Killian who plays for him when he does like live streams and in the music videos and stuff. That dude is literally like if Victor Wooten and Les Claypool and then John Young from fucking Dream Theater, that guy. If like those three guys could have a fucking kid, Killian would be like the fucking prodigy of that dude. The dude plays bass like I watch an Instagram video of him literally want to throw it in the fire. I just want to throw it in the fire. Fucking Killian Duarte, I believe, is how you say his last name.
Duarte.
He's on yeah, he's the bass player of Scale the Summit.
Okay.
Insane. I'm not that kind of bass player. Like I'm not on that level. I even asked Killian actually at the time. I was like, "Yo, do you think I'm going to be able to pull off this set?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, you'll be fine." Yeah, whatever. So, but I got dude, I was just able to focus on Nita 100%, you know? That was cool. My only job that I wound up having for Angel is like in one of his solos, he would pretend like his fucking arm hurt, and I'd walk over with the little doctor's bag and I'd rub a fucking rainbow dildo on his forearm. There's you can go to his Instagram. There's me holding a rainbow dildo on his forearm, like fucking. He's a weird dude. He's a weird dude.
Wait, stop. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
There was a part of Angel's set where he was doing a fast arpeggio, and he'd be like,
and they would what? It was like,
and he would look over at me. He would look over at me, and he would pretend like his arm was like hurting, like it was like cramping.
This was scripted.
Yeah.
Every night.
Every night that
during the song or after the
every
song?
night that I actually showed up for it, because his set was right after mine, and every once in a while I'd fucking like wouldn't. I would just come off, you know, like I fucking, you know, by the time he was going on. So like I missed it a couple nights, but a lot of nights.
Yeah, I know
And
what
so
was happening.
he'd be playing like like he was still playing. He was playing arpeggio, and it would look like that. And I would like come over and I'd massage it, massage his fucking arm, and then he'd be like, and then I'd open up this little husky pouch and I'd pull out this rainbow like dildo, this like with a suction cup. His name was Harold. And I would rub
Harold the dildo.
Someone has it. Someone in New Jersey has
I'll
it.
do a shot to that. Fucking Harold the dildo. Fucking Christ. I didn't know this about your Angel set.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Josh and I had a fucking game of catch in like in Margate, Florida with Harold in a parking lot. And
cheers, Harold.
And we were like fucking like 30 or 40 yards away. Dude, he threw I tried to throw that shit, and I've got a fucking bum shoulder. I go to throw a football and my shit fucking pops. I go to throw Harold to Josh and I fucking whiffed it, threw it over this fence. I hop over this fence. I go to hop back over the fence and I use this pallet and I left it over the fence, and the pallet breaks. And I fucking ripped up my entire right hand on rusty fucking barbed wire in the middle of that tour, dude. I have pictures of it. And literally, Nita Strauss glued and bandaged my hand that night. Nurse Nita.
Actual Nita Strauss?
Actual Nita Strauss grabbed my hand. I was like, nah, that's fine. I'll fucking just crazy glue it. She fucking went out to the store, bought this stuff, and fucking took care of my hand. Dude, her and Josh are sweethearts, man. Like, I don't know them, all right? Like, so I get this job. Angel's like, yo, I'm just going to fucking backtrack my bass, but you're still going to play for Nita. To be honest, I didn't feel I was deserving of the role. I got that role because I helped a friend make sure that something went okay, even though it didn't go great.
Listen,
I worked hard for someone, and then it got me a job.
It's not who you know, it's who you blow.
Yeah. Fucking. But no, like, and I worked hard for this dude, so he believed in me. And even though I didn't stand up to par to his standards. He still believed in me enough where if I didn't have to, what he really was worried about is that if I was focusing on his set, that I was going to fuck up on Nita's set.
Right.
And he didn't want, and at the time, Jay wasn't.
It was the right call. It was the call I would have made.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not upset with it. It just sucks to have not, to go for something so big and to not get it 100%.
Right.
To go after, study for a test real fucking hard and get a B, pal.
Right.
Shitty.
But you got a B and you got a pretty cool prize.
I got a fucking pretty cool prize that wound up being an A++. Right. But at the time,
you didn't see it that way.
I felt like I failed as a human. Straight up.
Right.
Before that one moment, so I like some of my gloating facts is how I've learned so many songs in such a short period of time and knocked it out of the park and done something to better my career because of it. That time I didn't 100% do that. Hard.
Right.
That's hard. It's hard.
Hey,
Yeah, dude, but like when you really want it and you're really going for it, you don't always get it.
That's what makes you better when you don't get it.
Stay humble or be humbled, right? Yeah.
So, when you don't get it.
So then,
imagine if you just get everything. Then you're kind of a douchebag at a certain point.
Sure, man. Dude, I didn't always get everything, even alongside you, man. Like sometimes you get shit, dude. I had that feeling when I was no longer on those Excess Graves tours, or I was no longer on those other Darrow shows. Like fucking, it happens, man, and it's humbling. But again,
I used to bust your balls and tell you. I told you that you weren't actually in the band yet.
Dude, I wasn't actually in the band ever. And even when I wasn't actually in the band, I was fired when we were in Vegas, and I was hired the second we literally, it was like, you are now leaving Las Vegas. It was like, all right, you're hired again. Oh, man. Yeah, dude, but whatever. Like, that's what it is. What do you think it is? You think life isn't being like having your balls busted every second? No, it is. And it's not all easy to take. And
I tell people this all the time, man. Like,
what do you think life is?
I know bullying is a big deal, and trust me, I don't want people to get bullied, but like also people need to experience bullying to know how to handle life. Like if I wasn't bullied as a kid, I might not have been as prepared to handle certain shit when I'm older. You know what I mean? So as much as it sucks to get bullied, it probably helped me in the long run. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't condone it or anything like that, but I think that's just like anything. Like too much of it is bad for you, but like just a certain enough is fucking probably do you some good,
I worry because the world is so pussified. I know.
Can't say that anymore, Dean. Get canceled.
Fuck it. If that's the worst thing I say tonight, we're fucking golden.
Right. Yeah. Before you get started, Richard Dicko North is saying, "Who wants to do a shot? It's time. It's Vader time. Buy these guys a shot so I don't have to."
What the fuck?
Listen, I don't. This is not pressure to buy us shots. The bottle's here. You don't need to buy us shots. This is just it's a clever way to have people contribute. To
interact.
So if you like what you see and you want to interact, and you want to see shit like this in the future, go ahead, go to the website LokiGuitarOfficial.com. Use the tip function and fucking man, fucking every tip that you make on Friday, we do a shot for. But it's not to get us hammered. It's just a fucking gimmick to help support the channel and fucking help us do what we're doing here.
Yeah, so, like it's just about fun, man. It's just about fun. Dude, you have no idea. I love reminiscing with this dude. This gives me, I'm usually the soft fucking little softy fucking I love you guys all the time guy at all these shows. This gives me an excuse to fucking say these stories to this dude that I always try to tell him every time we hang out how
Right.
fucking happy I've been and how grateful I am. Like, fuck off. But yeah, man, like, so I get this Angel Nita tour. I put out a press release. So now I had been fired by Michael Graves directly for doing a press release for my album. And so before I did this press release, I text fucking Angel and I'm like, yo, am I allowed to do a press release? Like, am I allowed to do this thing? I'm this dude who's just trying to fucking do music because he loves music, man. You know, so I'm paying it for it. I'm paying for fucking PR campaigns and made a solo album at this point and did all this stuff. And I'm just trying to make my own way because I'm doing what I love and you know, I want to keep doing it, right?
Right.
So I text Nita, I'm like, am I allowed to do a fucking press release? So I do a press release that I'm playing in both bands, and then I'm no longer playing in both bands. Awkward. Fucking people were coming up to me all over that knew me from like Graves and shit, and they're like, I thought you were playing in both bands. I was like, nah, just one of them. You know, fucking shit happened, blah blah blah.
Right,
You know,
right.
like fucking whatever. I go through this tour. That tour, our tour theme, the Guitar Collective tour, when I played bass for Nita, was the Deadpool tour because out of 10 people, 5 people got. Sorry, out of 11 people, 5 people got sent home, fired, and replaced.
Yeah, huh?
Or left because they had to leave. There was a dude who had a small family well, not small. I don't want to downplay. He had a family emergency that was like pretty serious and
Serious enough to leave.
yeah, serious enough with his dad where he had to fucking go, you know. Don't want to downplay that. Because we all have lives. You know what I mean? And
Right.
who's to fucking say what's big and small? But yeah, that was the Deadpool tour. Everyone else was a fucking asshole. Straight up. Everyone else besides that dude deserved to get fired, deserved to get left. We had a fucking A-level fucking guy come in on that tour. I don't want to say what fucking position he was in because I don't want to give anything away. But he was the most entitled motherfucker I've ever met in my entire life. And he lasted 2 days on tour. Can we talk about that? Maybe 3. Maybe 3. He was flown in to take over for the second half of the tour, and he worked for fucking huge people. And he got fired almost immediately.
Damn, huh?
Yeah, dude. Oh, you want to? I've never seen something like that. Like to be on. Now, this was my first tour bus tour. This Nita Strauss Guitar Collective. Angel Vivaldi, Nita Strauss, Jackie Vincent Guitar Collective tour. This is my first time on a tour bus with you. We rocked Tarvan, right? We each had our own Tarvan, fucking whatever, blah blah blah. We fucking toured in Halen.
You know what? That wasn't bad.
That was not bad. It wasn't bad because we had hotels, but it was not bad. It was comfortable, dude. Dude, it's so much nicer to have 2 captain's chairs in the second row when you have hotels. So that way, when you're sitting, when you're actually in there, you're fucking comfortable.
Yeah, you're comfortable.
You're fucking comfortable as fuck, dude. And then you got a bed to sleep in. That was amazing.
Van Halen was all right. I shit on that hard before the tour, but yeah, if you're gonna fucking stay,
Honda Odyssey was not. If you have hotels or a place to sleep in a couple different cities,
was not bad. I won't shit on it,
dude. And we have gear. You and I have gear, man.
Remember we did Bus Invaders or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, the fuck we did. Bus Invaders in a Honda Odyssey. Laugh about it all you want. It wasn't that bad.
And like I talked about it as if it was like the best shit ever. Like I was like
you presented it like it was a mobile office.
It was quite the presentation.
Yeah.
This is where the tour manager would tour manage.
Can I offer you a shot?
Richard Dicko North, I just want to tell you the second bottle of Tully that you thought was the first bottle is now empty. And now we're working on this brand new bottle of Jack, green label. And yeah, go fuck yourself for fucking thinking it was the same bottle from the first time.
Hey, go fuck yourself there, but
Yeah.
baloney tits.
Cheers.
Hey, this cheers, straight up. I want to thank you to the day that you called me and you let me sweat it for fucking weeks. But I want to thank you for the day that you called me and told me that I had that Michael Graves tour.
Right.
This one right here. Cheers.
Cheers.
You let me sweat it for fucking weeks. So I had to do
that
this
is
thing.
true because I knew that you were going to be the guy for a while. But I'm like, nah, I got to let him work for you here.
Yo, and that's what it is. That's like, yo, some people
like
call
handed.
it bullying. I call it fucking shaping, man.
Yeah. In my eyes, I'm like, it can't be handed to the next person. It's got to be like, it's got to be the right way.
Every day when I woke up, what do you think I did? You think I didn't look at my phone? And I'll tell you, so like, when I got relieved from Darrow, from you, on a phone call, it crushed.
I get a bad rap for this because I'm just the guy who makes the phone calls.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean?
I wasn't. First off, you're the dude who called me up and fired me. And
I'm just the guy who has the
you and I were
to talk about it.
You and I were fucking friends the next day.
Right.
I want to get that clear. I didn't talk to Joe for a year, and him and I have come to grips with that layout of those scenarios, of that scenario rather. Again, I was mad at Joe for an entire year. I want to hammer this message home. I was mad at Joe for an entire year when I got fired. One of my students brought me to Rob Zombie at PNC Bank Arts Center. And I saw Joe there for the first time in an entire year of not talking to my best friend. And I saw him all the way by the stage. And I walked up to him and I said, I love you. It's great to see you.
Right.
If there's a message I can hammer home, be the first. Be the first to fucking squash it. Be the first. Because, dude, if someone is your blood, man, you're my blood, Joe's my blood, fucking Don's my blood, Angry Jay's my blood, Zach's my blood. If someone is your blood, Zach is a different color than me, and that dude is my blood. You feel me? Like, if someone's your blood, it's just shit's gonna happen. You're gonna work in this industry. Shit's gonna be rough. When it's rough, take your time, heal, and apologize. That's a good one, man.
For the record, have nothing to apologize for in my current situation, yet I still was first. Hold on. I still was first to make a gap, close the gap from whatever distance we've created.
Oh.
And it was not reciprocated, so now
for who?
I was first.
For who?
It's my current situation.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Good for you.
And I was basically told good luck.
Hey, I got news for you.
Good luck. Yeah,
I got news for you. Hold on. I got news for you. You don't need that luck.
Luck is for losers.
That's where
I don't need good luck. Luck is for losers. Good luck to you.
Yeah,
you're gonna fucking need it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Dude, you don't need that luck.
No.
I know you. I study you. Anyone who thinks that I did anything, look at this guy. That's where I learned a whole lot of it from. You don't need luck. You're going to work hard. You're going to fucking slay it. And I know that.
Yeah.
Hands down. I fuck off.
I have no I'm good. You know what I mean? Like Like people like worried about me, but I'm good. Like I'm telling you, I'm good, and I'm in a good position. Like I have
Damn, did
things
you hear
lined
that
up.
inflection? I'm in a good position.
I'm in a good position. You know what I'm saying? Like I have
Oh,
things lined up that I'm fucking proud of, you know, and I'm doing some things that I'm proud of, and like,
yeah, man.
you know, it's not a, it's a shame. I'm sad about it to
Me
an
three.
extent. I
Me three.
was, you know what? I was sad about it, and now I'm mad. Now I'm
Yeah.
mad,
Yeah.
and Mad Loki gets things done.
Mad Loki's a dangerous fucking weapon,
Mad
bro.
Loki gets things done, and now I'm getting shit. I'm
Damn.
getting some shit done.
Yeah, good for you. Fucking hey, dude. You know, you and I did that demo together. You know that demo that we just did that's I don't know who knows about
Yeah,
what or
what the
whatever.
fuck is going on with that?
Bro, where's the dude? Don't ask
The
me.
dude disappears. You know where he is.
Dude, the dude literally was like, "Yo, can I call you later tonight?" And then didn't call me, and then I watched your show, and he was,
can we just
he,
put it out without him? Like
yeah,
his job is done.
yeah, it's yeah. We were gonna try and have the other dude play drums on it, you know, but I haven't had this dude,
What other dude?
MJ.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
didn't know
try.
that he was actually going to play drums to it.
Probably not, but you know, we'll go get him a fucking fluffer, and you know, I don't know. Yeah, we could put it out as is. I just want I would have
Just get
I
homeboy on the horn. It's over. Like it is what it is. Now it's just time to put it out.
dude, do you want to do something? Do you,
I'm
do you
not gonna fucking announce what it like. No, that's his job. But
oh, fuck
I
off.
think
Do
it's
you want to
time.
play it? It's on my computer.
Damn.
Damn, I'll play it. You want to play it?
People are tempted us to do it, but I don't think we should.
Yo,
He'll be mad.
fuck off. Get him on the horn. Put him on here. Get him on. Get him on the call. Damn. So anyway, so we did this demo together, and after all these
someone's
years,
saying that my band name should be Mad Loki, and when I do an acoustic show, it should be Sad Loki.
bro, yo, let's start a band, Mad Loki and Mean Dean. We'll fucking we'll slay
Austin
it.
David Smith, thank you for that. That was a good one. Mean
So yeah,
Dean
you
Okerlund.
and I did a demo together for some revivals, you know, some stuff, and
Yeah. I laid down a mean solo, guys, for this fucking song.
dude, I'll tell you, I've done some guitar playing and like jumping into your comfort territory, which is that song that we did. That's your comfort zone. Like that's your zone. Um Oh man, I really want to play it.
I think he was upset that I didn't play it exactly
A little bit. A little
that,
bit
how it
because
was. But I'm
dude,
like,
I'll tell you.
but I gotta tell you, what I played was better.
Sure, yeah. What you play so what you did is something that I was considering doing. I'll tell you, there's two things about that demo. The first solo that I did, I was trying to give it a little bit of flair. And again, working, Deanna was here. Deanna was here, and she watched me and Joe fucking talk. And like two Jersey boys talking sounds like a war.
Was
It's
it
real.
like that?
It sounds like it a little bit, you know, when you do that. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? I'm fucking doing it right. And he's like, no, fucking, you got to do this. And fucking, I'm like, I'm fucking doing that. And he's like,
You know the best part about not being there is, I'll tell you what it is.
Yo, you
That,
think he's
like-
watching this? You think he's watching this right now?
Maybe.
I hope he is.
The best
I love
part
you,
about
Joe.
this
I love you,
is
Joe.
that when he says something like you should, you know, he'll drop it. He thinks he's slick. Like he thinks he's smarter than me, right? And he'll be like, "Yo, but check out the guitar playthrough of this guy." Obviously hinting that I should fucking play it like this guy.
Right.
And I'm like, that's cool. And the best part about not being there in person is that I could just ignore the text and never write back to it at all ever. And that'll be the end of it. That's the end of the argument. Otherwise the argument would go on forever. If it was in person, it was just like go on and on and on.
So
when it's in text, I just stop responding,
So
and the argument's over.
You sent that solo, and he was like, "Man, I wish you would have played it. Like, I wish I would have been there when he played it, because he would have played it how like I want it." like, And like he did that to me. And like I'll tell you, I I wanted that to happen for me in this scenario. I've been with you guys on and off for fucking years doing some stuff. In various aspects, man. More than one band. Like literally, we have if we're including Mr. Monster, we have a fucking 5 band history. We have Mr. Monster, Michael Graves, Gotham Road, actually 6 band, Doomsday Prophecy, Darrow Chemical Company, Michael Graves. We have a 6 band history, the
Right.
3 of us. Three of those bands, I was in the crowd. You guys were on the stage. The other 3 of those bands, I was fucking working with those bands. Which is so cool. Again, keep your eyes on the windshield, everybody. You know, the 2 bands that I ever fucking started working for was Intake and Witch Moon, by the way, which is Craig Marshall, which is the other aspect of that. I was an amp carrier. If you want to, anyone
amp
wants to look at me,
carrier.
dude, if anyone wants to look at me and see this fucking shiny ass green guitar right here, I have that because back before I could even really do anything, I saw bands that I liked. I high-fived them at local shows and I helped them. Yo, man, let me carry this amp. Make friends, socialize. That shit's hard to do in 2020, but we have DMs, guys. Come on. Like, if you got a dream, reach out. So much of everything is just reaching out and be a human to other humans, and people will be humane to you. Is that such a fucking weird concept?
It is.
Dude, I don't want to voice my opinion on this because I don't vote for establishments or political parties. I've never voted for a single thing in my entire life. But I've seen people wishing ill will on the leader of the free world because of today's news.
It's brutal, dude.
And
I hope he dies. It's brutal.
Bro, I've had to comment on some of our friends' pages.
That's brutal, bro.
Wishing
someone's death. Do you know what? Like, think about that. Like, that's someone's dad.
Gross.
That's someone's uncle, bro. Like, you name it. That's
just because they think different than you want them dead, and you're gonna tell me that person's country is racist and bigots? Go fuck yourself. Because when I grew up, there was
someone's dad, dude.
Dude, when I grew up, there was 2 fucking groups of people. There were skinheads and there were sharps. Skinheads against racial prejudice, right? There was neo-Nazis and there were sharps.
Right.
And the sharps and the skinheads were both just as fucking dirty. Both just as dirty. And that's what I see. You know, I see you don't think the way I think. And I'm not saying, dude, nobody is right. Nobody in the world is right. What is right is a culmination of everybody's viewpoints. That's what's right in the world, is a mixing pot of fucking everything. Filled with love and minimal hate.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit of hate so we progress.
We all got to live together. You know what I'm saying? We all have to live together. It's not like you don't think the same as me, so go fuck yourself.
Dude,
like, we all got to live together. We got to find a way to fucking make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
So I commented on one of our friends' posts today who said that they were smiling, and like I was like, man, even if you fucking hate, like I'm paraphrasing here. I'm like, even if you fucking don't like someone, like, don't compromise yourself based upon other people's actions. If you don't like something that someone does, make your life so awesome that you unfuck what they fucked.
Right. Do something about it.
I just.
By the way.
Yeah.
Going back to Joe.
Oh, I love him.
I know how I would have won, and I know how I will win that argument.
Which one?
About the solo.
Yeah, easy. Just don't send another one.
No. It's not even that. It's like, because he's thinking about himself. It's a very selfish point of view. I wish I was there for Loki to play the solo I wanted to hear, but I didn't write the solo Joe wanted to hear. I wrote the solo I know people who love music and guitar. I wrote the solo they want to hear.
I did play.
I didn't even write the solo I want to hear. I wrote the people like, yo, when they hear this, they're gonna fucking lose their minds. It's gonna be awesome.
And so in this case, though, I wrote the solo that Joe did want to hear because I wanted to play. So what I was saying is, after fucking over 5 years of being side by side with you guys, this is the very first thing that we have all physically recorded to. Like, out of everything, we've played a billion fucking shows together in various forms. And this is the first audio recording of the three of us.
Is it?
Yeah,
oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is the very first. I was not on Plastic Smile, man. I played the shit out of those songs. I played them.
But that was before, you know?
I was guitar tech when you did Plastic Smile. Right. I drove you guys to Lone Star State. Like, James and I were there at Steve Seeds at Lone Star State sessions. And then I did all your setups for Plastic Smile. Mm-hmm. But I just wasn't in the band until that tour. And then, you know, like, we toured after the album was recorded, and I wasn't even in the, like, I just covered for you. And then when that tour ended, I went back to guitar tech. And then and it was you and Doug again, because we were back in Jersey, and then you did demos, outtakes, and obscurities, which is like you guys, you know? And, yeah, like, so there hasn't been anything like that for, spoiler alert, Darrow Chemical Company, other than this demo that we fucking have worked on. Which, yeah, dude, I would, right. Joe would be so mad. I don't give a fuck. I'd play it right now because what? One day we're all going to be dead.
Well, you know, we got to release it the right way.
No, we're gonna. I know. I'm not going to really play it. Like, I know how to share my sound on Zoom. Let's not pretend. But yeah, man,
of the solo.
Yeah, we could just play the solo parts. Right. You know, there's no lyrics over any of those parts. But
yeah, I hope, like, you know, the days of like working on things and not putting it out should be over. Like, we got to take that. We got to do something about it. And fucking just put it out.
I want to do more, man. I got a couple of riffs that I sent Joe, which, and like,
but that should be on its own. That should just get put out on its own.
Yeah, dude. The fact of how it worked out the way it did.
I'm not even in the band anymore, but I'm just telling you what you should do. So,
I think you should play some more shows with us one day, man. Like, I think we should, man. Yo, in all the thousands of conversations I have with that dude,
I'm just calling the shots here, even though I'm not a shot caller.
Shot caller. Right. But no, like, dude, the best IMO, the best lineup of Darrow live, me, you, Joe, Mikey, Matt.
Right.
Really good. Brian Kellner as number 6. Hell yeah. Fucking
cameraman.
Dude,
he's the worst camera guy ever.
Yeah, whatever. The show from Brian's perspective, that's a punk rock show. Whatever. You know, like, what do you think it is? That's smack my bitch up all the way, dude. You know, you just that's perspective.
You know that I just posted that video of
I saw.
It was the intro of
it's amazing.
But you hear in the background, you're like, Brian asked me, so tell me about what's going on here. And a millisecond later, from far away, you go, you hear Joe say, "This guy sucks." This guy fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I wonder who he was talking about, because you can't see anyone in the video.
I'm pretty sure it was one of the dudes in one of the band that was playing.
Right.
Because we were standing outside smoking cigarettes.
Yo, this guy fucking sucks. And then I start talking.
That was Darrow Chemical Company 4th of July. You can look that up on YouTube, and you can watch us fucking play a vegan house party and get hammered and have no fucking food and play a show that you, dude, I wish.
A great show.
I cannot wait until we have technology for fucking like 5D video where we can not only add smells, but we can also add the temperature. Because I got fucking news for you, dude. It was like 200 degrees in that house with all those amps on, all those smelly ass vegans on 4th of July in fucking Miami. Everyone's hammered. We're all sweating. It could not have smelled or fucking been anything, but it was one of the greatest fucking shows I've ever played ever.
We had an inside joke lately, and so a disclaimer right now for anyone who's ever opened for me before. I'm sorry. I'm about to fucking make fun of you a little bit. There's never been a fucking time. It's like clockwork. Every show, Dean. Every show. Some guy from the opening band, because I like to go up, see what the crowd's doing, see how they're filling in. Like, I'm just that guy. I love to see what's going on out in the audience.
Yeah.
So I'll step onto the stage, and when that opening, like, one of the openers, doesn't matter when, will come up to me and will do this exact thing. It's like clockwork. It's the exact thing, which is why it's hilarious. But they'll come up and walk up to me like, boy, it's a hot one up there.
Bro.
It's really hot up there.
No shit, huh?
Bro.
Dude, they don't
maybe you haven't played a show
it
since
was.
your fucking kid was born. And like you're dude, I'm no offense to Weekend Warriors, I get it. But you're talking to a guy who's been touring for 20 years.
Bro, they're all hot.
They're all fucking hot.
They're all hot. In my opinion,
you know what? It's unusual when they're cold.
Dude,
like
and I'll
I
tell
only
you,
comment on a show when it's so cold.
right?
Like, bro,
like
it's cold up here. It's really weird.
Yeah.
like,
like my favorite shows are the ones that are unbearably hot because for me, dude, we're long hair guys.
yeah.
So we're always we did I followed suit with you guys, like the KY, the fucking the water, the make sure your hair's wet because the show looks better. I got news for you.
Right.
If you have a wet head,
When you look like a bunch of wrestlers.
yeah, when
there's
you're
a reason
when you're
wrestlers
on
do it. It's 'cause
stage
they look
looking
good.
like Triple H,
Right.
there is a reason why that show is better than the dude with the fucking fluffed out hair.
Right.
You know, Coheed versus fucking, Darrow Chemical Company. I got news for you. Look, all that fucking sweat, that fucking blood, sweat, tears, fucking KY jelly flopping around, making your hair look cool. It matters.
People are probably wondering, because I don't think we, maybe we have, but they're like, why is KY jelly involved in this?
Because if you put non-scented, I learned this from you guys.
Water-based. It's got to be water-based.
Yeah, water-based. And so I have a memory of being like 16 in the bathroom before a Michael Graves show. And I was going in there to take a piss. And you and Joe had the hot water going and you guys were talking shit. And you were fucking had the hot water going with your combs and you were fucking combing in the devil locks.
Right.
And you're fucking getting everything fucking all prepped up, And again, I was 15, walked in, saw these dudes that I was there to see getting ready in the fucking bathroom. 10 years later, in the fucking band. How you doing? Like fucking just keep it going. Yo, am I allowed to take a piss break?
I guess you can.
Can you
Yeah, I can hold it down for a second.
Yeah, I can listen. I can I gotta take a piss.
It's all right. I mean, we'll probably only go for another 10, 15 minutes anyway. But go ahead.
All
right, guys. Do I tell the audience no, do I tell the band members to picture the audience in their underwear? No, I don't. I don't do that. But like, look, of course it's fucking hot up there. The lights are fucking shining right on you. It's yeah, we know it's hot. I don't need to be told. I know it sounds like I'm being a dick, but like when you hear it every night, like from a different set of like, we got it. It's supposed to be hot. Definitely hot on stage. Fucking looking on at his screen, like I just see a history of my amps. I kind of miss those guys. Yo, in October, by the way, hold on. Let's start reading you a list of fucking people I got on. Next week should be entertaining, if nothing else. Go to the calendar. On Monday, October 5th, I have Joe on. We will talk about the Gotham Road, but more specifically, the end of Gotham Road, why Gotham Road ended, what was going on, the beginning of Punk Rock is Dead, the process of Punk Rock is Dead, the politics of how that tour got started, why I left Punk Rock is Dead, and Jason went on, and Joe's decision to stay on. So we're gonna have a whole show pretty much dedicated to the end of Gotham Road, beginning of Punk Rock is Dead. So that's Monday on October 5th. On airing Wednesday, because we're gonna pre-record this episode, and airing on Wednesdays, I'm gonna do a split podcast with Jeff Frummis. So it's gonna be Talkin Brash for an hour or so, and then Pizza Punk. I'll be on his podcast for about an hour, so we'll do a split podcast to help promote each other, because that's what people should do. Should fucking support each other. So Wednesday, me and Jeff Frummis will talk, and I have a feeling what he wants to ask me about, and I will gladly answer his questions honestly and truthfully as I can without being a dick. You can't be a dick if you're telling the truth, is all I'm saying, okay?
Well, yeah, bullshit. Not nowadays. Not nowadays.
And then I'll also ask Jeff, because he does a bunch of cool stuff. He's got that site that came from Lodi, where he catalogs and talks about all the shit about the original Misfits. It's super interesting. And he's had his hands in other projects too, and he's been on tour with Blitzkid. So Jeff's super interesting guy. On Wednesday, I will do a podcast with him. On Friday, October 9th, we got Isaac Aldrich coming in. He plays guitar for Damnation. He also backs up Argyle Goolsby and Shadow Windhawk. So Isaac Aldrich, really cool dude. He's got a fucking banging hot sauce company that's awesome. For my hot sauce fans out there. Every Monday is obviously Joe, but on Wednesday the 14th, I got Jay Tarantino. He plays for Angel Vivaldi. We're good friends.
Nefarious
we're gonna talk some shit
with Zaki Ali.
Zach gonna be there?
Well, Zach is in Aetherius.
Oh well, there you go.
That's Jay Tarantino's solo band, Aetherius.
Right. So we'll talk about that with Jay Tarantino. On Friday the 16th, we got Ray Sega coming on. He's an OG from. He's been in a bunch of fucking horror punk bands. He's in a band now, releasing a new album. So I'm helping this dude out, get the word out. He's actually also releasing a video game. The concept is awesome. He's like in a power metal like Dragon Force, but like all about video games, like the concepts of video games, and
like The Advantage,
a little bit. But they released an actual video game with the album. Like they made a concept of a video game. Wrote a fucking power metal record about the video game, and now they're releasing them both hand in hand.
Can I reiterate? Bands, all they have to do if they want to fucking make it in 2020 and beyond is just be fucking creative.
Yeah. So they're doing that. They're doing that.
Hell yeah.
Someone's saying Jeff worked with Chud on the Garbage Pail Kids video. I'm sure he's proud of it. We'll talk about that.
Oh, man.
We'll talk about it. Listen, I've already had conversations with Jeff. I don't think there's any secrets of what we're going to talk about. So, and fucking Arturo's hitting me up privately like, yo, man, what are you going to talk to Jeff about? Yo, go fuck yourself. How about that? You'll see when it airs, motherfucker.
Yo, I'll tell you. So I've been on tours with some people, and I don't give a fuck. I'll tell the world. Part of why I got let go from Michael Graves was because of my dealings with Arturo.
Right.
And that dude had to learn, just like anyone, that when you're on tour, life falls apart. You also had to deal with bullying.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, 99% of what Arturo and I disagreed on was really you busting his balls and me being in the passenger seat, like.
Right. Yeah, he felt ganged up on.
Yeah, but I couldn't fucking help it, dude.
Right.
I couldn't help it. And
Richard Dicko North is saying he wants Quentin Tarantino on Blackout Friday, not Jay Tarantino. Gotcha,
yeah.
Richard.
Yeah, well, you know.
Well, yeah, well, you.
We need to buy more shots. We need to buy more shots so we can afford good Quentin.
We can't have you lame ass fucking people fucking get 4 shots only on a Quentin Tarantino episode. We're gonna need more than that. You know what I'm saying?
You know, Quentin Tarantino has the best Brad Pitt story on the planet. He said that when
I interview him, I'll ask him about it.
He said when he fucking went over to Brad Pitt's house to interview him for a fucking movie, Brad had some hash, and fucking he said to show the humility. He's like, we took a fucking car through this villa where they lived, and when we go in the house and we go and have this meeting, he said this on Howard Stern. He's like, he took a Coke can out of the fridge, dumped it out, and made a fucking bowl, and the two of them smoked hash and talked about the fucking movie. Like he's like this fucking superstar, and he's just making a bowl out of a fucking Coke can, just like the fucking normal dudes.
So hold on. So Ray Sega is going to be Friday the 16th. On Wednesday the 21st, the day after my birthday, I will turn 42.
No fucking way.
Anyway.
That's the secret of the universe. Secret to life. That's the meaning of life, dude.
It's okay. On Wednesday, October 21st, we will have Zach Bassam of the Big Bad. So the Big Bad go a long way fucking back, dude. We played tons of shows with them during the Darrow days.
Dude, Zach is one of the nicest human beings on the planet.
Super cool dude. He's come up here to Nashville to hang out. So I'm excited to talk to Zach because he's one of those guys that when we get together, we're gonna throw back some drinks. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
So Zach, and plus he's got his own story of how he got involved in the scene and all that stuff. So that should be interesting. Because the Big Bad are awesome and big players in our scene. So October 23rd, Friday, Blackout Friday with Johnny B. Morbid. Carmen will join us on Blackout Friday, October 23rd. We'll have plenty to talk about.
Yeah, you
October 28th, the Wednesday before the big Halloween extravaganza. I will have Argyle Goolsby on with me to talk about the Blitz Kid. They're going to do that live stream on Halloween, so I'm sure he'll.
Yeah.
Then, at that point, we'll have talked about and released information about the live stream, and he'll join me to talk about that, plus everything that's going to be going on with Blitz Kid in the future. And what we're going to do with Argyle Goolsby, because we will be doing things with Argyle Goolsby. So, yeah, there's a whole bunch of shit to talk about with him. And so I have guests lined up for every day that I have a show in October, except October 30th. So if you have someone in mind, I got one date left in October. We can fucking fill that in.
Yeah, if you want to talk some more shit.
Yeah, if we can get a wrestler. You know any wrestlers still? Let's get a wrestler on in here. Because I want to break into the wrestling audience.
I mean, so can I?
By the way, I saw a picture with you with fucking Enzo Amore.
I was just gonna say, can I drop some news here, man?
Yeah.
Can I drop some news? All right. So I got a couple things going on too. Since you're in like Plug Nation, can I plug some Nation?
Go ahead, Plug Nation.
So because of my tours with Nita Strauss, I've gotten close with a couple of really awesome people. I'm doing my own podcast. I'm starting filming in late October or early November. We're trying to release it in November with it's myself and Holly West, the bassist of Zepparella. We're doing a bass talk podcast. Zepparella. So they're all female. Zuccarella?
Right.
Zuki. We're doing a podcast from the perspective of bass players. Everything you could want to know. So we're doing 6 episodes, and then we have plans for a second 6.
Cool.
We're doing guests. I'm not really supposed.
Don't be fucking competing with Talkin Brash right now.
No, no,
Because
no,
I
no.
go I go for the jugular. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah.
this is straight up. This is going to be more like an education course. Like not so much like yes, it's going to be free speech, but we're going to be talking about specific bullet points that we like tips and tricks, man. You know, like letting people know like what it's going to take, just giving our perspective on stuff. We have 6 episodes hardcore planned out. We're gonna try and get a couple of people on that we've worked with. Um, and then fucking so I went to high school in Waldwick, New Jersey. And
Where?
I graduated with this girl, Christine Arndt. Christine Arndt was probably the first person that exposed me, and this is gonna sound so weird, that exposed me to MTV. So this, I lived on the same street as this girl. I didn't know her. She didn't go to my school. I was like sixth grade, something like that. 5th grade, 6th grade. But I was hanging out with this kid, and we were these 2 boys who would go across the street to this girl's house and just hang out by the window of her bedroom while she like just sat on her fucking bed and watched MTV. Weird, right? But
Right.
somehow after that, I started watching MTV, and like then I got my guitar, and then I started playing music and like Snowball, right? Her younger brother, 3 years younger than me, is Enzo Amore, WWE Cruiserweight Champion.
How you doing?
How you doing? Fucking, he's got a couple haters,
All right. He's
but
got a couple haters. Yeah,
they're
it's all
all
right.
soft. Dude, he went through some shit in life. I reached out to him through DM. You know, it's not like we fucking hung out in high school
Right,
or
right,
anything
right.
like that. Like he was younger than me by 3 years. And for like a 3 month period, his sister was like one of my best friends. And then high school drama. But like, um, yeah, man, like he went through some shit. I reached out, I gave him some love. He fucking felt that love, man. He's a legit dude. Talk about stay humble or be humbled. As much of a character as he'll play when he's playing his character, real dude, super grateful,
Right.
super fucking humble, super happy to be doing what he's doing, you know? And every ounce of love that dude spreads out to his fans is legit, just like us, man. His fans are just his extended family, you know? I reach out to him, we start talking. I try doing some stuff with him. I play guitar, Zach's on drums. He grabs the mic. He had, after his wrestling career, took a turn. He was doing some rap music. Now he's doing wrestling and rap music, and he's doing some rock stuff. So I introduced him to Zach, my drummer from Darkness Descends. My fucking, if I was gay, he'd be my boyfriend. We could talk with our eyes. Like, fuck off. Like, there's just something about it, dude. Even
Right, right, right.
when we jam, I could look at him. I looked at him the other day when we were jamming. I go, and he fucking played the riff that I was fucking thinking about. And I was like, duh. Like, we're just locked, man. We're locked. But Enzo's trying to make fucking some music going. He's got a lot of creativity. He's a hell of a fucking wordsmith. One of the fucking
Yeah.
smoothest dudes I've ever seen with the microphone ever on the planet. I just went to high school with him,
Right.
and he's,
So
we,
what's he trying to do? Like
so
now?
he's doing his rap stuff, and then he's gonna be the next Bruce Springsteen, dude. He's gonna be big. He's gonna we're gonna Zach wrote some really killer songs for this dude. Zach played guitar. So Zach, my drummer of Darkness Descends, one of the sickest drummers out there.
Right. By the
Uh,
way, this guy Zach is annoyingly. He's one of those people that is
persons.
annoyingly good at everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Zach's.
Especially behind a studio. And I'm not saying that he cheats or anything. I'm just saying like when he's at the studio desk, he knows how to work that.
He
You know what I
knows.
mean?
Yeah, he
He is
knows how to work that
annoyingly
so good.
good. He is annoyingly good at everything. Drums, guitar, you name it.
Because
Engineering.
he puts the
The whole
time in.
fucking shit. Yeah, he's just annoyingly good at everything.
Yeah, this dude's first instrument was cello,
Yeah.
and when he
Zaki
played
Ali, what's up, homie?
Zaki Ali, Redshift Recordings, so
Right.
he's with all this stuff. I link these two guys up together, and then I wind up in Los Angeles, and COVID hits. These two dudes are meeting up because he's cutting promos, he's doing this stuff. Zachy and I at the time we had a small falling out. I was just bummed out hardcore about some
Right.
shit. Like it didn't blow up into anything. It was
Yeah,
just like I wasn't fucking super fucking thrilled with the scenario. And like all the long while, no matter how I felt about what was going on, I was like, man, like Zach's the dude. Zach is the dude. More than I ever could be, more than I ever would be. Zach's the dude. Like link up with this guy. And I didn't even need to say nothing. Zach proves himself.
right.
You know, 10 times over, Zach proves himself. Yeah. Kill it.
Cheers, guys. Listen,
And-
Blackout Friday is just not a clever name. You know?
Just because we're not blacking out. But no, but Zach, I'm proud to have been the connection between Zach and E because you know, Zach is, he's annoyingly amazing at everything. It's crazy. Like when I was in Darkness Descends, he would be the drummer of Darkness Descends who plays ridiculous fucking drum beats, ridiculous drum rudiments. He'd come out from behind the drum set, grab my guitar and play guitar better than I fucking could in a decade. And I'd be like, yo, get back behind the fucking drums. Like fuck, man. But he wrote some of these awesome songs for E. And we got some shit. And so we pulled some fucking homies into the mix and we're working on it, man. And who knows what's really gonna happen and who knows the future of anything. But right now, like I can tell you that bygones be bygones, and like I love Zach through and through. And back to this fucking thing, like instead of like apologizing first, where I've evolved to now is I didn't let this thing
Blow up. Right.
as much as I felt, right? We want to talk about evolving as humans, getting older, becoming wiser. This thing didn't blow up. This thing I kept a level head. And we just worked it out. There's something to be said about that. Fucking us old fucks. You know, and now we had a jam the other day, man. E posted it so I can say, because we're all in the fucking video. Greg Telfaon is on drums,
Right.
Alejandro on bass, Zaki Ali on fucking lead 8-string guitar. How you doing? I'm playing the fucking Riddler guitar. I might pull out the 8s. Where are they?
Right.
I think they're back here. Yeah, they're there. I might pull out the 8s for a couple tunes, but right now I'm trying to play the fucking Riddler guitar.
I can only handle 6 strings.
Dude, I love playing 6-string. I'm not gonna lie, man. I just like a 7 because
it's a really nice 6-string.
it's a really nice 6-string. I like a 7-string because I can do all the stuff on that you do on 6-string. But
With
then you
one
can
more
get
string.
then you get those extra bar chords and those extra like
Right.
Anything you play on 6-string, if you tune it down to drop A and you just like
Yeah.
fucking bar that thing
People
all
are
the
asking
way
if Enzo posted this
on his story.
on his story, on his IG
His
story.
song, so his song COVID-19, and a couple other things, that was the
Don't worry, I'm leaving, but
COVID-19
I'm
is
here.
1000% Zachy Ali on everything. Every recording for the rock songs right now is Zachy Ali on everything. Enzo posted a video of us playing these songs the other night. He had one of his friends there and they were filming our rehearsal. So basically what happened is Zach was working on this thing and he's a trooper and he made sure that I was a part of it. Is that a 7-string? Is that a 7-string? What?
You know it, son.
Damn, you were talking about it. I didn't know you were gonna. Is that a Hellraiser?
Come on.
Is that a Hellraiser? C8? C7 rather?
No, it's the Keith Marrow Schecter.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
Congratulations, boss. Dude,
Well,
and yeah, I'm gonna point that
I gotta tell
out.
you, it was given to me. This is a story for off the air.
Oh yeah, I heard a small bit of that with Joe, and yeah, off the air kind of
Yeah.
story.
Dude, but plays so nice. Plays so nice. It's actually unlocked a few things for me. Like, it is a different instrument.
It is.
It's a different
it
instrument.
is. Dude, and that
Um,
same thing with eights. Eights are a different instrument,
Yeah.
man. They are.
And
If
it
you go
unlocks
into
a bit. It unlocks a bit of your playing. It unlocks a bit of your playing, and
the
not only
best
that,
part
like,
is when you play a 7-string, there's 7 modes.
yeah,
How you doing? Like there's you can do all the things on that you learned on a 6-string, but you can do them completely because you have the 7 strings to see the full picture, man. When you're tuned to standard tuning and you're playing like modes and shit, you just get you get a different picture.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so we learned some songs. We did some
Someone's asking
practice.
are you gonna play some corn songs? Come on, you guys know better than me playing corn songs on here.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here, man. But yeah, so we did that. We had our practice, and I'll tell you, Zach and I worked closely on some of the aspects of assembling the people. You know, before I was even a thought to even be at such a rehearsal. Zach and I were just bullshitting. He's like, "Yo, who do you think should play drums for it?" Yeah, I was like,
Let
"Well,
me
not
interrupt
you."
you here for a second.
Yeah,
You know who just commented on our fucking chat?
who?
Liz Jesse.
How you doing, Liz? I miss you. Yo, how's Troy? What the fuck? Where's George? Yo, so real quick, on one of our tours, we sleep at Liz Jesse's house because punk rock and fucking extended family and Liz Jesse, Liz and George Jesse. Fucking, I opened up the trailer, the side door of our trailer, and I forgot to lock it. I was getting my stuff, probably one of my guitars. I always have my acoustic. I didn't lock the trailer. We take off. Liz's husband, George, chases us down on the fucking highway on his Harley. A Vietnam vet, one of the hardest dudes living on this planet, with a knife big that would make fucking Crocodile Dundee fucking shiver in his pants, on his belt, riding his Harley, pulls us over to tell us that our trailer door is open.
Unlocked.
Yeah, unlocked and like fucking like open. And when we get back to the house after our trip, we're probably going to Walmart or something like that. George Jesse tied me to the trailer and called me
Arms spread like this.
arms spread. There is a video of this. Arms spread. Called me Charlie. And fucking whipped me.
With a bullwhip.
With a bullwhip. And he was nice. But then he gave the whip to Miss Liz Jesse. Yeah. And she cracked that whip on me.
That whip. Not only that, but remember, like, I told them to, I'm like, guys, I'm like, shh, everyone shh. And I fucking ran up and just with my hand. And I gave you a handprint on the back, bro. Yeah.
I was wearing a white Affliction shirt that day.
That's your first mistake. Second mistake was leaving that trailer open.
Oh. Dude, you ever been fucking tied to a trailer and whipped by a Vietnam vet? No? Then you ain't ever fucking toured. I got news for you. How you doing? Like, yeah. Why are you such a dick? Oh, I don't know.
Anyway, we got to get Enzo on this podcast. I want to talk to Enzo.
He's going to be, all right. So on that, so part of E's deal with Zach is
Liz Jesse said, I beat your ass for free because I love you.
Thank you, mistress. Gonna have another. Part of E's deal with Zach is so they're lock solid. All right, Zachy Ali and Enzo Amore, fucking lock solid. All these Enzo's doing this new cartoon, The Gimmicks.
Well, I need to be in this fucking crew.
That promo that you see, fucking recorded it by Zach. You know, Zach right. is doing great things. E and Zach are business partners in a studio called Cinderella Man Studios. It's part of State of Fitness Boxing. It's like right there. They are in the middle of construction, and Zach has been just running his studio out of his house. He's been doing songs for The Silencer, Aetherius, right. Callias. He did my solo album there when he first started out. He's gotten so much fucking, you know, he's just learned so much. He's done so many songs with so many bands throughout this area, and everything is fucking big and everything sounds amazing. And so now he's partnering with E. E is doing he's having a podcast studio there. There's going to be a couple of different sets. There's going to be a live room. There's going to be a bar. There's going to be, you know, a really nice control room, bathroom. It's a really nice setup, man. It's going to be taking with everything that Zach's doing and giving him the best platform, a very shining platform.
Nice.
to launch off of and go with. And Zach is one of the most deserving people on this fucking planet, dude. Straight up. One of the hardest working people. He built a studio that recorded, you know, 15 bands that are doing hardcore shit around here, that are doing big stuff in his mom's basement in a studio that he hand built.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It is
beautiful, by the way. You hear Mom's basement and that turns people off?
No. He built a studio.
It's fucking beautiful.
Yeah, he built a studio.
We rehearsed there a couple of times.
But yeah, we rehearsed there for the Graves tour, man.
Yeah.
And dude, but since then, he put 26 grand into equipment.
Right.
Right? Since we were there, he put 26 grand into equipment to fucking make moves, dude. You know, taking out loans, fucking making shit happen, grinding away, barely making a dime. And now what's he got? A fucking studio. Because he's a hard worker, because he's a good worker. You know? And that was my thing. Dude, Zach would be here, and in all my fucking, in anything that I was upset about with what happened with me and him with our little business thing, I told him straight up the entire time, you deserve all of this. Like, fucking, that was one of those things that made me not make it blow up. Is this dude is doing something that's so good, I don't fucking care about me. Like, straight up. Like, I don't care about me. And And because of that, we're fucking, we're doing this thing, dude. That's And so he's making a live band, and I'm telling you, he's gonna be the next Bruce Springsteen.
That's all good, but I need E on this podcast.
I will fucking text them.
Not only that, I need Zach on the podcast.
Hell yeah. In a minute.
Because I know I was talking to Charlie Corletta, and he was going to come on, so probably in November. I'm already starting to book for November. It's stupid. This is stupid. I never thought I would.
Bro, I want to get back on here. I want to tell some deep stories.
Yeah.
I want to tell some stories about how you gave me a black eye on tour and shit.
Well, let's tell it now since you brought it up.
Fucking...
I did not give you a black eye. This is a fucking false. This is a nasty rumor.
No. You gave me a black eye with someone else's hand.
You asked.
I don't know about
to get a black eye.
No, I might have asked to get.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Let's set the scene here.
Hold on. So we're in bumfuck fucking Oregon.
No, I think we're in Minnesota.
Yeah, whatever. That was close enough.
It's not the same.
Oregon and Minnesota aren't that far away.
They're not the same.
They're not that far away. From
Montana would have an argument there, like, yo, there's a whole fucking other state.
So it's pretty deep in that tour, and I was working really hard, and that night I'm pretty sure it was this night. Goolsby was planned to do the England tour, and that night you and I went out, just the two of us, and you were like, yo, man, fucking talk with Michael. Goolsby's gonna do this England tour, but you're gonna get this Europe tour. You fucking busting your ass.
Right.
And it was just the two of us, like everyone else back at the hotel, me and you fucking just tearing it out, fucking having some drinks, letting fucking loose. We meet these two girls at the fucking pool table, and they pull us back to this fucking house party.
That's right. We went to some random ass house party in Minnesota.
Random fucking house, like, let someone else drive us. Like, we were hammered, fucking show up at this house. We're in this living room. You and I are not the demographic of the rest of the party. I remember that specifically. It was like whatever, but we were chilling, man. We were cool. You and I, we hang with everyone. Who gives a fuck, man? You're all welcome in my house. Fucking you invite me into your house, you're welcome in mine. And like, we go out, and there, you and me are talking. We wind up in the garage because we were smoking or something. I was smoking or something, and.
The black chick. I wanted to get with the black. I did get with the black chick, actually.
Yeah, and so right. Oh yeah. I made my mistakes that night, but anyway.
But you're like, hold on. When Dean gets a little sauced, he's like, he likes being slapped around. It's just a fact.
I know.
Slap me in the face.
I know for a fact. I don't know if my son's gonna watch this.
Right. Well, it doesn't matter because that's a
weird spot to be in. You want to talk about life?
I took this girl's hand,
and she was holding a vape.
Yeah, she was holding a vape. So this girl was not gonna slap Dean in the face, even though he's like, "Come on, I can take it."
Begging for it.
Right.
Duh.
And so I just take this girl's hand, who is holding a vape, and she didn't know I was gonna do it, and I took her hand, I fucking did a nice wind up and smacked Dean in the face so hard with this girl's fucking vape.
I think she was holding my vape.
It gashed his eye so hard, it looked like, like when a boxer gets a cut, like it looked like that.
Dude, it must have been the edge or something. It was like I got hit. And then I was just fucking bleeding from the face. I was hammered, so it's not like I was bleeding a little bit, And then, you and I are already the fucking outcasts at this party, not of this demographic.
Right.
And then we roll back into the front of the house from the garage, and I'm just fucking gushing blood from my face. And then people are like, "Are you all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fucking great. Fuck it." Like, I didn't give a fuck. And then for like the next week of tour, I'm just like playing Joe the fucking black eye like I'm some Jersey fucking misfit bully, dude.
Do you remember like not just like a night or two after that, where we like shoved some guy through a fucking hole in the wall? It wasn't the same night. It was a different night. But we
down
put
in the basement? Down in the basement? Oh my god!
You're like, there's this hole in the basement that we've never. We don't know where it goes. We've never been through it, so we're like.
Oh, that was.
So we just took this.
Mankato. That was Mankato because I was there to see Ellie.
Right.
I was there with that girl Ellie, and we were down in that basement. Yeah, that was another night, dude. Another night. We were just like, fuck these losers, and we took off. We went somewhere else, and we fucking wound up in someone's basement. Yeah, we shoved the dude through a wall.
They're
and
like,
there was like some secret compartment of the house.
Yeah, because they were like, there's this hole in this wall. We've never been through it. We don't know what's on the other side. We don't know where it goes. And we're like, well, we'll just shove this kid through it.
Dude,
we did.
Dude, let's talk about that. I'm on tour playing bass for Michael Graves with one of my best friends on fucking guitar. The two of us take off from our fucking hotel. We wind up at this fucking house. Again, some random fucking house. We're drinking like
oh my god, someone just bought a shot for us. So
yo, hold on. I gotta go get a shot.
Dean apparently has a great memory of the story. All I do remember is shoving these people through this hole that they didn't know where it went. I'll never forget it. And then we shoved all the guys through the hole, and it was just me and this chick that I was trying to get with. We shove everyone through this hole, and me and this chick was just hanging out by ourselves the rest of the night. Go ahead.
Abalore.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I've been drinking.
Okay, that's nice.
Speyside single malt Scotch whiskey, double cask, matured, 12 years old.
Lynette would be proud right now, but she's not watching anymore. She's in Scotland.
Oh well, my roommate is Scottish. You know, my roommate Donald Wallace is a direct descendant of William Wallace.
Fuck out of here. That's what they all say.
No, fuck off.
Cheers.
True story. Cheers. But yeah, that Mankato, that was another that was another example of me and you just like taking off from the crowd, going out, and we partied that night at a house party like we were 15. Like, I felt like I was 15 drinking at my fucking friend's house, and I was just at some stranger's house.
Yeah, and so me and that chick went into this random guy's bedroom.
The black chick.
And
that was back to where was it? Minnesota?
Yeah.
No. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, like it just felt weird. Like it totally felt like high school. Like, all right, we're gonna go in this guy's bedroom, I guess, and then. Whatever, we see you outside, and that's when the slapping thing happened. But the shoving the guy in the hole thing.
Hold on. Before we go to the shoving the guy in the hole in Mankato, that night for that black chick, I pulled bro code. Black chick had a heavy friend.
Had a what?
Had a heavy friend.
Oh, gotcha.
I hooked up with heavy friend, so you could hook up with black chick.
You're welcome.
Oops. Just saying, there's something called helping your boy out.
Right.
There's something called helping your boy out.
So.
Yeah, that was so weird. That's so weird to fucking show up at someone's house and shove people in this fucking weird corridor of their basement that no one's fucking been in fucking forever. And I didn't go in. I stayed in the basement. I think you stayed with me. We just we showed up to these people's house and shoved them all in this crevice and just like we shoved them all in the fucking hole, and then we're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. But no, because it was funny because we were it ended up that we were hanging out with these chicks by ourselves.
Yeah.
And we shoved all the dudes through the hole.
That's what it was.
And we're like, yeah, all right, great job, guys. And then we just started hanging out with these chicks.
Yeah.
And that was that. Like, all right, idiots. See you later.
I love that. I fucking love that. Oh, man.
It ended up being like, it was like the well for the water system or whatever.
Yeah, like a sump system or some shit. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I still have a crush on that girl. I always have.
Were you there? No, you weren't there for Whitefish.
Yes, I was.
Oh my God.
Yes, I was. Oh my God. Yo, there's this girl, Jordan. She's in my phone, Jordan Whitefish. The bartender.
Remember when you wanted to move to Whitefish?
Yeah, I still want to. I still want to move to Whitefish. So
I went there a second time. You know that, right?
I do know that. I do that. Did you also get locked in the fucking venue all night? Because that was the biggest bullshit part of the whole thing.
We didn't play.
Oh.
We just showed up.
Oh, amazing.
We were like, oh, we remember you guys.
That. That.
Because if you remember, we drank all of the liquor.
All of the liquor. Whitefish, Montana. So here's what I want to say about Whitefish, Montana. The reason why I want to move to Whitefish, Montana.
George Jesse says hi, by the way.
Oh, what's up, George?
Yeah.
Dude, I love you and Liz and Troy and fuck. I'm such a dick. What's their brother's name?
Greg.
Greg?
Right.
Fuck. Yeah, I love you guys so much, man. I haven't seen you guys in like 6 years, man. What's up? We got to link up. I'm gonna try and come down to Florida. I'll hit you guys up on Facebook.
Someone's asking how heavy the heavy chick was, like earthquake heavy or typhoon heavy. So if you
well, not Yokozuna heavy. Can we say that?
Right.
Not Yokozuna heavy, but heavy. You know, you got to put in effort to find it. Damn. But no, Whitefish, Montana. The reason why I want to move to Whitefish, Montana,
it's because it's beautiful.
It was out of all, one of the most. All right. So when I moved back to New Jersey and I got to take my son and his mom on this road trip, one of the coolest things is I got to show them all of these amazing little, what I would consider the highlights of America. Short of like the fucking, we couldn't go to the Grand Canyon because the Grand Canyon was closed.
Right.
Talk about fucking Wally World, closed due to COVID. But like I tried to show them all these highlights. One of these things I didn't get to show them because we showed up when we were in Whitefish, Montana. It was the perfect time of year. It was like not too long before Christmas. We were on our second time around the United States.
Was that kid Tom playing drums? Remember?
Yeah, it was with Tom McCater. And when I walked out the front of the venue and looked at that street, it was the mountain Christmas town that you've seen in every single fucking movie. If you could like draw the most perfect town in your mind and make it appear for Christmas time, Whitefish, Montana.
Yeah, and this was November already.
Yeah. It because I remember that. I just remember that the tour was. We went through all 4 seasons twice, from September to December.
And whose idea was it to go to Whitefish, Montana after Thanksgiving? Like, do you remember driving up and out of there?
Do you remember that the only real issue we had was when you were driving and
out of there.
It was out of there, and we were on this stretch of highway in this the most glorious snow-covered area you could ever fucking imagine, and you pulled over so we could just take in the moment in the most perfect, serene spot.
The moment we stopped, it started fucking like the snowfall just started.
Yeah, and it started snow and like sleetish, but fucking whatever. And we were standing on the side of the highway. We were the only car on this fucking mountain road.
Right.
So it's not like it was some dangerous fucking shit. But we pulled over, you pulled over, and we just got to take in this mountain, snow covered. We are the only people who exist right here, right now moment. And there was an amazing, like, super flowing white rapid river.
That's right.
Right, like we could barely see it. It was far away, but we could hear it like it was right next to us. Like that's, oh my God. Some of the most beautiful shit I've ever seen in my life, dude. The one thing, dude, that one thing that you and I shared on all these tours is the beauty of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when I'm on out and about with Joe, he doesn't give a shit about landscape. But you and Brian Kellner or Matt Johnson or fucking Mikey Wasted, you know, like but me, you, and Brian Kellner, we when we see the world, we get flabbergasted and taken back for a second
Yeah,
and
man.
just like,
Awesome.
yeah, dude. I'll never forget that picture you took just outside of Vegas of like, or I'm pretty sure out just outside of Vegas or whatever, of that like lagoon that would look like a fucking paradise in the middle of nowhere, dude.
Right, man.
You know, the speedboats fucking, it was a paradise in the middle of fucking absolutely nowhere. And like, you know, other people look at that shit and they're like, eh. Like, what the fuck's the matter with you? Like, do you not see beauty? Dude, on that road trip with James and Jackie coming back from California, I stopped over. We pulled over in New Mexico and Utah, I believe. No, we pulled over in New Mexico and we pulled over in Northern California, probably about 2 hours outside of Sacramento, but somewhere like in the Redwood Forest up there. We pulled over a couple times and just like stood outside the car and just stared at the stars. Like it was so gorgeous at 3 o'clock in the morning. I had to wake up my son. I was like, yo, you better wake up and look at this.
Yeah, get out of here.
You better get up and look at this because this is beauty. You want to talk about seeing every star in the sky? You can see that shit there. And that, if you don't get taken back by that, and if you don't get humbled, and if you don't get fucking just love life and like, because yo, science will tell you that there's no other existence of life. So if there's no other existence that we know of in any of these spots, look at all of those hundreds of billions of uncountable fucking spots and know how fucking lucky we are to be here looking at that. You know, and that's something that you don't get to see like growing up in just outside of a city or anything like that, man. You know, but yeah, Whitefish, Montana. Dude, I want to live there. It is the most perfect town ever. Ever. I probably just blew up that fucking town.
Right.
But fucking, I don't care. I don't care. People should know. People should know. Whitefish, Montana, November, December. It might as well be Switzerland.
It's just as pretty. Because
Yeah.
I've been through the Swiss Alps.
Yeah, I haven't.
Yeah.
But like that's what I feel like. I feel like that's Switzerland. You know, yeah.
I went through the Swiss Alps and it was, I mean, the Swiss Alps are breathtaking in a different way because like you're the peaks and valleys, you're like right in the middle of it. Like the way the roads are there, like you're in the middle of it. When you drive through Montana, like you're on the outskirts of it.
I'm so happy that you got to experience Europe with Howie and was Tony on that or
Tony,
was it
Tony
was it
there the
Adam?
first time. Adam was there the second time.
I'm so happy you got to experience Europe with them because I definitely watched you guys build an amazing rapport.
Yeah.
And again, that goes to selflessness. Like I could have been butthurt that I didn't have the job for that shit, or I could be grateful that my dude is building another relationship and expanding another fucking awesome working team with amazing fucking people and
Yeah.
experiencing breathtaking moments. I have not been to Europe. I want to go to Europe, dude. Like when I talk to our friends and our fans from Europe, you know, and I talk about shit that's 200 years old, they go, bro, my
Yeah.
fucking house is 200 years old. Like
Yeah.
we got shit that's fucking 1,000 years old here. Like I want to see that. I want to experience that. And I was supposed to be talk about COVID bullshit. So Nita Strauss leads me to last night of the last tour of the Controlled Chaos tour, which is the second tour after the Guitar Collective.
Right. I'm gonna be hammered after this. Jesus.
Yo, I do not mind getting drunk with you again.
Right on.
You're my favorite person to drink with.
So Liz Jessie goes, I have to go to bed before my drugs wear off.
Take more drugs. Later. I didn't say that.
Right.
Fucking take uppers, not downers, girl. What are you doing? The fuck? Sativas, not indicas.
Yeah.
just throwing it out there. I lived in LA for a year.
Damn.
Yo, I had to give my son the weed talk. Because, like, I might be bringing him around the studio. I bring him around the studios, dude. That kid's been around everything. That kid was standing on stage with us, even when I wasn't in Darrow Chemical Company and I got fired. You guys like made sure that James and Jackie got into shows VIP. Like, right. Granted, it was just like dingbats, and that's our backyard, but made sure that they were on the guest list. Fucking James was one of like the 3 kids in the crowd, so he got to stand on the stage, you know, to be safe while everyone's going fucking crazy. Like, whatever. That kid's been around a lot of stuff, and now he's 13 years old, and I had to tell him, like, I had to give him the weed talk. I was like, yo, man.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah, I had to tell him. I was like, we're going to be going around places, and people are going to be smoking weed. I'm telling you. So that way, if you walk out a door and you see some people there, if you roll up on it, just go away. You know, just like fucking find me and like, it's okay. What?
He's how old?
13.
13?
Yeah.
So he's probably encountered that in his own friends already.
No, because this right now is probably where he'd be encountering it, but he's 100% homeschool, like remote schooled. He does. My son does this. This is my son's. Like I built this shit not only for me, like right. I put we talked about this before. I put money into my shit. Well, because I put money into my shit, I teach a lot of my lessons in Los Angeles, which is 3 hours behind us. So none of my shit starts until 3 p.m. LA, which is 6 p.m. here. So during normal hours, every single day, since my son's not going to school, he doesn't live here. He lives with his mom. I wake up at 7 in the morning or 6:30 in the morning, and I pick up James. And then I pick him up from his mom's house and make him come here and make him sit down at this desk and make him do school.
Word.
And the reason why I'm doing that is even though he has to do remote, I want him.
They're still not at school in New Jersey.
They have hybrid option.
So your option is for him to stay home?
Because my son had croup cough, which usually goes away at 5, and he had it till 8.
Gotcha.
I will tell you that at 4 years old, I had to put a nebulizer, which is basically, it looks like a sleep apnea mask, kind of, sort of, except it goes over everything.
Right.
I had to put that over his face every time he would get sick. But the very first time that I had to do that to my son when he was 4 years old, he fought me like I was killing him.
Right.
I had to hold my son from behind with his arms, with my arms around his arms and my legs around his legs. At 4 years old, maybe 5. I'm pretty sure at 4. And there was so much adrenaline pumping through his veins that at fucking 30 years old, almost couldn't hold him. Can we talk about survival? You know, like,
Damn.
yeah. And he had that croup cough, which was this horrific lung infection that would get really bad and it would cause him to gasp. Like after you cough, it
Right.
right? So because of, and he had that until he was 8.
So you're not fucking around right now.
I'm really not trying to fuck around. I'll tell you, my son is not doing perfect in school.
Right.
I teach online. Do you do any lessons online?
I have not yet.
So that's my life right now. My
Right.
life is
I don't know if
deanmusicofficial.com,
I could. It's hard. I
deanmusicofficial.bigcartel.com.
would.
I teach lessons.
I would find it hard to keep someone's attention while they're not here.
So you want to know what the
Because I could
secret
fucking
is?
slap the little fucker in the head, like right here, like, hey, right here. You can't do that online.
So the biggest problem I had is like when I would do in-home lessons, right? Sometimes when you want to teach someone how to make a chord, you can help with their finger. You could physically move their finger and show them how to arch
Right.
it, show them how to place it, show them where to do it. And even if not, they could see you do it.
They can see you do it. Yeah.
They could sorry. And so what I do now is I do this.
Right.
And I have a second camera where I can try and get to that and show you how to place it. But it's not the same because I can't physically move that person. You know, I can't physically grab your hand. And even in COVID times, I definitely can't grab your hand, right? That has become its own challenge. School of Rock, when COVID-19 happened, School of Rock rolled out a series of 4 to 5 different entire business plan rewrites. School of Rock is an in-person institution where we teach you a song first method and we are a growing passionate community for musicians by musicians. Right? That's the fucking thing, man. Song first for musicians by musicians. You want to learn how to do stuff, you're going to learn from the people who have fucking done it and fucking do it. And then we weren't allowed to be in person anymore. And our whole thing is like teaching people how to be in a band. That's my favorite thing. And dude, I'm not perfect. I fucked up and I've got myself fired. I've got myself hired. I've got myself fucking thought about, considered, and not taken. But I've also been hired more than I've not been hired. And I've been hired for fucking good gigs. My resume is pretty cool, dude. My resume is pretty cool. It's not bad. And it comes from hard work. It doesn't come from fucking talent. I'll tell everyone. I don't have talent. I know how to work hard. Teaching online, School of Rock rolled out 5 different business plan rewrites in like 5 days apart. As the lockdown was happening, every 5 days we were getting a full email PDF fucking 30-page business plan rollout. Read it, you'll get paid for it. Read it. And it was everything from we were going to, with COVID, we were going to still have to show up to School of Rock, and we were going to have to teach out of our rooms there, but from our laptop or our iPad or whatever we wanted, to no one's allowed in the school, you know, to like all the way down to that. And best practices, man, like every single Saturday, tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I have a Little Wing class. I will teach. And I teach every Saturday, and I sit here, right where we are right now with this setup. I teach 3 to 7-year-olds how to play music. And I jump around. One of the biggest things that I love to do, and I want to tell everyone, one of the most fun
You're
songs
gonna
that
be
I'm.
jumping a little slower tomorrow.
No, no, I will not. Tomorrow, like it's 11:20 Eastern Standard Time.
Right.
I will wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning tomorrow morning, and I have to work out and do my strength training
I'll
at
drink to
Iron
that.
Buddha. Oh, come on, hold on.
You know, I will say this: when I was working out a lot, I stopped getting hangovers.
Yeah, and I the more I work out, the more energy I have.
Yeah. Cheers.
Love you, boss.
Yeah.
To be clear, this dude has not been my boss for the last fucking 4 jobs that I've
A
had.
long time. Yeah.
And I still call him boss. He's the boss. Yo, like, that's it. But yo, so every single Saturday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. No. Is it 9? Whatever.
It doesn't matter.
Fucking, yeah. I know when to teach when my fucking calendar tells me.
Right.
I jump around and teach 3 to 7-year-olds the fundamentals of music. Plus, I do all these online lessons for, up to 18-year-olds for the performance program. I also have, dude, I have students up to fucking 70 years old. A lot of guys do believe, and I don't think they're wrong, that learning an instrument in like each instrument, learning an instrument at like 60 years old will offset some of the,
ED.
well, there's blue chews for that. No, but will offset some of the stuff of dementia, some of the symptoms of dementia. When you are creating new pathways. What?
Someone just bought us a shot, dog.
Fuck yeah. Yo.
Hold on.
You getting that 7? We gonna start fucking shredding? What's going on?
I gotta get one of my acoustics back from fucking Darth Vader over there.
Hey, bud. Thank you very much for having me on.
Yeah, man, no problem.
Yeah, like, yo, I believe in you. There's a reason why I've loved and hated having Joe here on every fucking Monday of my life when he's not in other areas. But like, I believe in you, man. I believe in you. I believe in Joe. I've believed in everything since day one, like since before we knew each other's names, man. And I'm so happy that you have done exactly what I said, dude. When I spoke with Zero from Static X, I was like, man, every night before every night before you guys go on stage, everyone's on their phone. You guys need to figure out a way to monetize everyone being on their phone while you're sitting there backstage ready to take the fucking stage,
Right.
man. Like I feel like that's gold times 10 in its weight. You know what I mean? And like
The thing is that you can't.
you have to be creative.
I know
You
what
can
you're
never
saying.
think you know it all.
It's just that I can't. You can't monetize everything.
Yes, the fuck you can.
There's a fucking line, right? Like there's a line. Like there's some things that should always be.
Yeah, those things are the high fives and fucking handshakes, dude, and the conversations and the memories.
Right.
But before you go on stage, when you're a band like fucking Static X, yo, can I tell a quick Static X story?
I mean, I'm usually doing too many illegal things to do anything live online before we go on stage.
Bro, you fucking drink and and we're not going to talk about that other stuff.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's only under those conditions,
Right.
dude. In all those Darrow tours, that didn't exist for you. You would, dude.
I was too.
You know what I loved? What I loved about Graves the most is me and Michael. We had our thing. Me and you, we had our thing.
Right.
You and Michael, you had your thing. We had this literal trifecta
Right.
that I thought, dude, I'm not lying to you, boss. I thought that me, you, and Graves, I really thought that was going to be the final wave. I really, dude, I know that me and you and anyone, me, you, and Joe, me, you, and Graves, I know that like me, you, and insert fucking other hardworking person, I know that creates awesomeness.
Yeah.
I do. Like, you're a super hard worker. I'm a super hard worker. I'm not the best. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not the best, but I am a super hard worker. And me and other super hard workers conquer shit, dude. Conquer shit. Like, end of story, dude. You know, it's just the way that the world works, you know? It could be so good and it's so easy to be so good.
Right.
Like, you just have to work hard.
You just have to work hard. Hard work is the most important.
Dude, when Graves fired me and I called you right away, I also want to express this to everybody. Anybody who's dumb enough to still be listening 3.5 hours in.
Listen, they're all here.
I know. Anyone who's dumb enough to be listening 3.5 hours in. For real, when I called Loki, when I got fired from Graves, you know what he told me? The best ability is availability.
Remain
Hands
available.
down.
Remain available.
Yeah. Dude, anyone can make it all happen. Are you gonna?
Are you gonna? Cheers,
Yeah.
Austin David Smith. Thank you for the shout. I appreciate you.
Fuck
Thank
yeah,
you
David
guys for
Smith.
everyone that
Yo,
contributed.
really? Fuck yeah.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
I'm gonna pour 2 more shots because I feel like people are gonna buy at least 2 more shots. I didn't drop as many ninja bombs as I thought I was gonna drop.
No, I don't think so. Let's see.
Dude, I was a little nervous when we started this, you know.
That's probably fine.
Yeah, dude, I was just worried about me and you and the ninjas.
Listen, ninjas exist, and that's all you need to know.
That's what I'm saying. I was a little worried about that. I was a little worried about that fucking
goddamn
Jersey ninja. What?
Axe Edit doesn't want to work right now. All right, Axe Edit.
Did you do an update? Yo, for real,
probably does not like the fact that Zoom and Streamlabs is open. Plus, Pro Tools is open. Let's close that.
Hey, can I hook you up with one of my students? One of my students is no bullshit. I'm going to have this kid email you. And I want you to send me some logos. And he's going to build you scenes. And he's going to so you can fucking just hit buttons and change between cameras on your number pad on your fucking laptop. And he does these swooshes.
I mean,
with my,
I gotta tell you,
we're
I have them already.
Yeah.
I just don't use them.
Well, dude, let me tell you. Let me hook you up with this kid and have him make you some shit. He's literally 17 years old. And when I tell you this kid is the future, this kid's the future. Man, like
Right.
he's one of my guitar students, and when it comes to OBS, I feel like I'm one of his students. Like, his parents pay me to teach him guitar,
Right.
and then he texts me and he's like, "Yo, can I show you the shit about OBS?" And then we get on the horn for like 2 hours, and he schools me at 17 like I'm a fucking noob. Like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Yeah, he makes some good shit, man. He might be able to make like he can make scenes, and he emailed them to me, and then you just fucking hit your number pad and you fucking change it, and it's fucking and like OBS's new update, like I said before this
Yeah.
podcast, it allows you to use a virtual camera where when you're in Zoom, you can fucking switch shit. And I do all my teaching in Zoom. So when I were to do like that thing like I showed you before, where I change what camera I'm using. Oh,
Right.
fuck off.
Damn.
Damn. When I change what camera I'm using like this, it would have like a whoosh fucking effect. Yeah, dude, it's so cool.
A
like
whoosh
this,
effect like that.
a whoosh effect like
And
that.
then a
Like
whoosh.
what the fuck?
I just did a whoosh. You
I
didn't
just
even
did a
realize.
whoosh.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoosh.
Bro.
Yeah, man.
We gotta end the show sometime. It's 3.5 hours of this shit.
Yeah.
Yo. Guys. I've had a dedicated fan base from the beginning of this show to the end of this show. I know it's a small number, but still, the fact that people last until from the beginning to the end
Fuck yeah,
is
man.
absurd to me. It is absurd to me. I appreciate that you guys want to hang out
so
on
much,
a Friday.
everyone. Yeah.
Man, it's a lot of fun for me. And it's cool to fucking catch up with friends and
Right?
and you guys too, Patrick Ortega, Rick Carrillo.
Yo, can you and I take a shot to everyone who's fucking stuck it out?
Austin David Smith. Fucking Richard Dicko North is a diehard through and through, bro. Every fucking
Dude,
Friday.
Dicko North.
Yeah. Oh my god. Austin Smith actually bought another shot, so.
Oh well then I guess we're gonna do two because I have one and then they have one.
It's gonna be a fucking rough Saturday for me. I'll tell you this.
I'm literally waking up in 7 hours from right now to go do strength training at Iron Buddha in Westwood, New Jersey.
Fucking A.
Yep.
Curtis Grant, I fucking appreciate you and your mom. Patreon subscribers also. Fucking I promise you that I have things that I'm working on for you guys because it's just things I can't say right now. But I am working on content. Okay, I'm telling you.
I'm totally getting hammered. Can we take these two shots?
Sorry. Here.
We have to do
David
two.
Smith? Yeah. Cheers.
Fuck.
Yeah, Rick Carrillo. I need a
Hammered.
I need a Patreon exclusive thumbnail. I also need a I released Reach Out already, so now I need a Reach Out thumbnail. You were supposed to make that for me. I mean, you're not supposed to make anything since you work for free. But
do it.
But you're supposed to make it already. Right.
No, seriously? Yo, everyone who tuned in for this, thank you, man. Like
Rick Carrillo says if you buy me shots, he'll tell you what I'm working on.
Fucking A, huh? But no, this dude that I'm on the horn with right now, fucking thousands and thousands of fucking memories, dude. I have thousands of memories with you. Hundreds of memories with you on stage. You know, like we've done some pretty cool stuff. Nowhere near as much as you and Joe, because you're like, yo, you guys have been together since you were fucking kids. But me and you, in 5 years, we have a decent amount of fucking memories, dude. Literally,
yeah, man.
Not too many people have 4 months worth of touring memories with people. Touring memories is literally breakfast, lunch, dinner, after party. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, after party, travel. Breakfast, lunch, breakfast, lunch, dinner, end of party, show, rather, end of party, fucking travel. Like, it never fucking ends, dude.
No. 4 months of touring is like a good 3 years.
Yeah, dude. I once dated abroad while I was on tour for a month and a half, and I swear to God to you, it was a decade. I swear to God to you, it was a decade. Like, things are different, man. Things are different.
Right.
Life moves fast.
In his brain.
Whoops.
Fucking YouTubing while you're fucking on the horn with me, pal.
No, that was the song we're working on Joe with.
Yo, don't fucking tempt me, man. I'll fucking.
No, it was just a second. It was just a second.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, you gonna
No,
fuck
no,
with
no,
me?
I'm done.
Yeah, you're done.
I'm done. It's over.
Yo, allow screen share.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Come on, like, yo, yeah, I'll blow up the internet. Kim Kardashian's ass, bro.
I'm pretty upset that right now my axe edit's not working because I really want to change my tone, but
Dude, can I tell you
I don't want to
that
walk all
the
the way over there to
upgrades-
fucking change it.
So when I was at your house, the upgrades, yo, here's a plug for fucking Axe Effects, if any. I was gonna go to Europe with Graves, and I hit up Axe Effects. I was like, yo, man, my fucking bass head, this thing, Ampeg SVT2 Pro. I'm like, that thing's fucking 80 pounds, man. I cannot bring that on a plane to Europe. So I hit up Axe Effects. I was like, yo, man, can we work something out?
Right.
And which later wound up to you having a pretty good relationship with them, if I'm not mistaken.
I still do, yeah.
Yeah. But I hit them up and I was like, yo, man, I'm gonna go to fucking Europe with Graves, and I cannot afford to fucking bring this 80-pound fucking head with me. Can we do something? And they instantly threw me a fucking deal. Instantly. Bro. It took me a minute. Being a tube amp guy, I'm sure any of you that have seen the fucking Monday, all my fucking amps that I have, I fucking too many amps. A lot of them used to be Loki's. But it took me a minute, and I finally found some Axe Effects tones that fucking rock.
Yeah.
Dude,
I have a few of them, dude. Actually,
yeah, it took me a minute. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like I'm a prissy bitch, just like you.
I stripped away a lot of the amp settings for bass amps for from the Axe Effects, and I just use a standard. I use the USA 400, which is like your basic Mesa bass amp, but
Right.
I don't use the drive for it. I use the drive pedal, but they have a dark glass 7K. They have it's called the black glass 7K, but it is the B7K setting. So I have a amp sim, a cab sim, but they're both flat. I don't use any of the drive. I don't use any of the settings. The EQ's flat. The cab is the only thing that's going on, and that's an Ampeg 8x10. And I use the dark glass setting on there, and I manipulate the tone just from the dark glass drive pedal. And dude, I A/B'd it with me and Howie A/B'd his direct line.
Right, because he has that B7K.
Bro, it's right there. All I need is a little bit more compression to it, which I can do after post. And it's right there.
Even with my Axe Effects, this is my setup. My little pedal board setup.
Right on.
Carbon copy, super shifter. From the guitar, it's tuner, comp, gate, tube screamer, phase shifter, PS5, so that way I can do like whammy dual octave shit,
Right.
and like whammy bar rather, and then delay. I use that shit in front of the Axe. Bro, I downloaded from the Axe Effects website the DOS Pro Tone. Anyone listening? DOS Pro Tone.
That's awesome.
It's so fucking good. I'm such a tone whore, dude. Like when I play real amps, I don't play one amp live. Like I did with Darrow because simple sells, but like anytime I'm in like complete control, I'm running 2 amps always, and the DOS Pro amp, I use that for everything. It sounds so fucking good, dude. It sounds so good. But when I was at your house, I have the Axe 2 XL Plus. You have the 3. Let me tell you, that computing power of the fucking twice as many processors
Right.
takes away all of the gripes that I could possibly have on the Axe 2.
Yeah.
What the tones that you have make me want to buy an Axe 3 so bad, because the only gripe I could possibly have, they took care of with computing power.
I gotta tell you, they absolutely took care of it in the Axe FX3. If I could just,
Dude,
I'll tell everyone to buy the Axe FX3. This shit's awesome, bro.
so the very first thing, so go back to this Enzo thing. When E left and I was talking with the rest of the dudes, I was like, yo, man, get a fly rig. Like, when I was going to go to Europe with Graves, or so I thought, I had this head. Ampeg SVT2 Pro. Bro, that shit's 80 pounds. You ain't bringing that nowhere.
You know what my Axe 8 weighs?
My AX2 XL Plus in the Gator case with a power conditioner weighs 26 pounds. Can we talk about how I can get on a plane with these 2 basses? Where are we? There.
Yeah.
Those 2 basses or 2 guitars and that Axe effects. No problem.
Yeah, I toured with the AX8, and I rented a. Some nights I got a 5150. Some nights I got a Mesa.
Yo, let's do that fucking shot for me.
Yeah.
We do that shot for them. Let's do that shot for me. Again, thank you so much, boss, for having me on. I'm so happy with everything you've done. Cheers to you.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, brother.
Well, we got to end this show, so.
You keep saying that.
3 hours and fucking 40 minutes. This is definitely a record. Congrats, Dean. You're a new record.
Boss, you and I have had like fucking 9 million fucking memories, bro.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I guess I got to have you back on because we got so drunk we stopped talking about anything relevant.
That's cool.
Right. People want to see you pick up the Riddler guitar and like play it, but I'm not sure if you're capable, like if you're play ready.
I am actually.
People want to hear the Riddler guitar. Listen, I'm cutting this off at 4 hours. Even if it's mid-sentence, if we hit 4 hours, we're going off. This is ridiculous. I did not, this show's not meant to be a 4-hour fucking show. This show is not meant to be a 2-hour show, but we go 2 hours every fucking time I go on here. It's stupid.
Yo, you know why, dude?
I have no idea why.
You're pretty good.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I do. I have, for the world, that star pillow, this dude is so good at his job that when JV Bastard is sitting here, I have had to go to sleep right there because they are telling awesome fucking stories. I don't care, man. Like I've been there in the crowd, and to hear those stories while I'm fucking falling asleep, fucking awesome.
on Monday. You will want to be here on Monday when Joe and I talk about the end of Gotham Road, Punk Rock is Dead era. There's going to be bombs dropped.
Yo, when
in fact, all of next week, it's a week of bombs dropping. So, if you're a fan of...
let me get that Halloween show.
Oh, Friday on Halloween?
Yeah.
Sure, all right, that's the last one left, so...
I'm going to make sure...
Boom, blackout. You're the first and last Friday?
Yeah. Let me get that Halloween. Let me get that
killed.
Halloween show, and I'll make sure that we have that fucking demo ready to be played by that
that
show.
Motherfucker better sign off on this because it's ready to go. Halloween is the perfect time to fucking
Dude,
do it.
listen,
it's about
if MJ doesn't want to do drums, I'll have Zach do drums.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
he just wants to offer MJ to do drums. And if he doesn't
do drums, I'll program.
Dude, dude, all he wants in that song is like 2 more drum fills. And like I programmed out all the others. Like it's fine.
I don't care what needs to happen.
I promise you. Joe, if you're watching, I love you. But if we do not...
I'm also not changing the solo, so go fuck yourself.
Fucking A. Dude, I'm not that upset with it. I'm not that upset with it. Do I think that this is an album-ready version of the song? No.
No, it's not.
Is this an awesome fucking song?
It's a cover,
Hell yes! Hell yes, dude. The fact that it works out on a Tuesday night? Yo, and if you got that, good for you.
Fucking Rick Carrillo saying you better black out on 2 hours in Halloween mischief. So it's actually the last Friday. It's mischief night. So it's a blackout mischief Friday night.
Fucking hey, yo! I have to help my sister move on that same day.
Who fucking moves someone on mischief night? I don't know what you guys call it in your area. Goosey night.
Yo, so sometimes it's like cabbage night. It's like mischief night. For me, that shit was goosey night.
Could you talk at goosey night too? Like that's also a pussy term. Goosey,
yeah.
Cabbage. Who the fuck? Yo, I'm gonna commit some goosey later on. No one says that.
No. It was just we're gonna go out on goosey night.
But no one said no. We're going out on mischief night or devil's night. I could accept devil's night.
In Waldwick, New Jersey, that shit was fucking goosey night.
Well, I gotta tell you, Waldwick was soft as fuck.
SAWFT.
I'll tell Enzo that myself. Yeah.
SAWFT.
I'll tell Enzo that myself when I talk to him on this fucking podcast.
Yeah, you will.
That you're gonna.
Yeah, I'll tell him. I'll tell him, man.
Yeah,
for sure.
Rick Rio, we're gonna have Enzo Amore on this show. Rick Rio's a fucking wrestler, dude. Honestly, I have a lot of wrestling marks on this show, actually. So, because it just turns out that music fans are wrestling marks.
Yeah, a lot of the time, man.
Yeah.
So when I played in the Independents, I met Christina Von Erie, and I dated her for 8 months, 9 months, something like that. I fell in love with her. Yeah, all those who fucking see that fucking ring figure tattoo. Christina Von Erie, man, it's a treble clef and a bass clef. I play guitar and she played bass, and it's got a heartbeat around it. It's like, that's a symbol that's been around. Bro, you want to talk about like fucked up? Like I was dating this broad kind of like over the internet. Like I met her in person, and then we like talked a bunch, and then we were like, yo, we're gonna be dating, and so we FaceTimed a little bit, and then she sent me this photo of this treble clef, bass clef, that made a heart with a fucking heartbeat in it. I was like, oh, that would be a really cool tattoo for us to get, like, down the road. Broad got it, like, fucking the next day.
Well, you should have kept it down the road, dog.
I did. Dude, I did not get the tattoo until I went to California, and then I kind of lived with her for like 2.5
Yo, my
weeks.
friend Austin David Smith, who bought us those shots, he said horror punk is a bunch of fat wrestling marks.
Marxists or Marx?
Marks. Yeah, no, Marxist is that other group.
I know. I know.
Right. It's not horror punk.
I don't know. One can argue.
Right.
Horror punk might be socialist. Who knows?
Horror punk is a bunch of fat wrestling marks. Austin, you ain't wrong.
Dude, yo, do you remember Ohio? You remember that wrestling show?
Oh, the fucking Dayton show.
Yeah, Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah, that's my friend Gigi Bradley.
And then the second time we played there, I had to completely avoid that broad. Oof.
We were the baby faces in that.
Yeah,
time.
yeah, you were. It was like there was like a wrestling match, and then we played.
We would
And-
play. Yeah, we would play in the intermission of every wrestling match, and then at the
on
last.
on the first tour, you did that. On the second tour with Graves, I feel like we were there with fuck. Hold on.
I don't remember, but I just know the last song, the heel came out and started talking shit about us, and
Yeah.
like he threatened to fight us, and then the baby face came out.
You
and fucking
played there
saved
once
the
with
day.
Darrow.
Yeah, this was
And-
a Darrow show for sure.
You played there once with Darrow.
Yeah,
And then we played Ohio once with Graves on the first tour.
then Clayton.
And then we
Clayton.
played that same wrestling event with Graves.
We did, but except we actually played.
And that day, I had to make sure we left on time.
right.
Right.
They actually had a stage set up the second time.
Yeah. There was like you guys were on the floor with Darrow, and it was in between. It was a couple songs, couple matches, couple songs, couple matches. But when we played there with Graves, and I remember there was that dude that was dressed up like the Crimson Ghost, and I fucking grabbed him in the middle of one of those
Damn.
songs.
Yo, do you know on YouTube who Bonesaw is? Because they just said watch who you date because I heard some of your girls cut break lines.
Damn! No shit, you ain't lying, girl.
So whoever's watching knows a thing or two about a thing or two. But we've already addressed that. My brother
fuck.
debunked that theory. So
Is that Mike Wilson?
that's Bonesaw. My guess is that's Angry Jay.
Oh, damn. Either that or Joe. Yo, I got another shot fucking poured. You
This
want
is
to do
it.
another shot?
We're doing one more shot, and this is the fucking end of the show, guys.
Hey, boss. Thank you again so much for having me on. Yo,
Yeah.
I miss you, man. I want to go and fucking hang out with you and fucking do some real shit. I swear to
Calm
God.
down. Tennessee is a beautiful place.
I know, man. It's not like it's easy for me to disappear right now with fucking being super dad. You know, I'm really trying to be super dad. I swear to God to you, in COVID times, my biggest fucking concern is being dad. My only problem is being Hitler dad. I'm not trying to be
Damn.
Hitler dad. I'm
Right.
trying to be super
So
dad.
maybe
I
you need
feel
a
like I'm
fucking-
being Hitler dad.
Maybe your son needs a break.
Yeah, for sure. But, dude,
But he's got a mom,
I-
don't he?
Yo, I got into tears tonight. Before we got on this podcast, I got into tears talking with my son and his mom about him falling off in school, man. And I do believe that a lot of that has to do with the fact that my 13-year-old son is experiencing 8th grade from a fucking Chromebook.
Not only that, bro. He's going through fucking puberty. There's a lot of things
And
going on.
puberty.
There's a lot of things going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of chemicals going on.
lot of
There's a
things
lot of
going on.
fucking shit going on. And he's not experiencing life like I was. And I'll tell you, man, it weighs heavy on me. It weighs so heavy on me.
Bonesaw is ready. He says he's just some dude from Jersey. So I'm telling you, that's Angry Jay.
Bonesaw's ready.
That's Angry Jay, isn't it?
It's got, dude. Bonesaw is Macho Man Randy Savage from fucking Spider-Man.
That's
Tobey
Angry
Maguire. Bonesaw's ready.
Yeah.
Yo, let's do a shot.
All right, last shot, guys. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much,
Friday
boss.
is not just a fucking gimmick, dude. It's a way of life. Cheers.
Fucking A. Yeah, I was really nervous about being on here and being drunk and dropping fucking ninja bombs.
Hey. Well, we don't have to talk about that right now.
I just said ninja.
You could talk about that later after we're off air.
Yo, listen, Black Belt. I don't know what you're talking about.
Guys, I appreciate you.
Yo, hold on. Can I give you a plug?
Go ahead.
Please. Everybody, if you watch this podcast, know that this dude who's pulling this shit has taught me more than I could ever imagine to learn in the hundreds upon hundreds of shows. Loki, Mr. Carlos, has fucking been there for me, man. He's been there not for just me, but for so many people. He is a dude who's there for us. Thank you so much, boss, for having me on your fucking growing network. And I cannot wait to be back here on fucking Halloween.
We'll do it on Mischief Night. Guys, I appreciate you guys.
Mischief Night, but I'm going to push till fucking 12:01 so we're on Halloween.
Right. Jesus, yeah. Well, I mean, we almost did it tonight. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. Check out the cover song I just put out. It's Reach Out by 11. It's on my Bandcamp. It's also on YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel, Loki Guitar Official. It's everywhere. The same branding for everything. Loki Guitar Official. I fucking love you guys.
And I am Dean Music Official on everything.com, Gmail, fucking Instagram, all that jazz, Jimmy Jazz. Look up at Real One, at Zachy Ali, at Darrow Chemical Company, at